Hi everybody, thank you for joining me here on My Seagull Crafts. My name is Ashley. If you're new here, welcome in. If you're a returning subscriber, welcome home. And I have Eric with me.
Yes.
Sorry, we're a little delusional. We're back! We're back from Alaska. It's been 2 weeks. You probably don't even feel like it's been 2 weeks because my videos have gone up this entire time, which is a miracle in itself because I was terrified that was all going to crash and burn. But it didn't. But now we're really back. So, yeah, we've been in Alaska for 2 weeks and we got home on Friday, really Saturday, at like 12:05 a.m. or something.
No, we got home much later than that.
Well, I meant touch the ground in Tampa.
We touched the ground at 11:45.
Okay, so we got home late Friday. We then had to drive my parents back to their house. We had to grab our cats. Then we had to come home. Shower, get all of that. Because we had been traveling since 8 o'clock in the morning.
Well, yeah,
left. Yeah, we were disembarking. Is that the word?
Disembarking.
We were disembarking the boat at 9 o'clock in the morning.
Well, we're going.
I
Really
know. I'm sorry.
Backwards here.
I was just, long story short, we're home. And we're so happy to be back. And we have so many cool things to talk about today. This is definitely going to be a longer video. I can just already tell because we're going to be talking all about our trip. I'll have a little video montage with cute pictures and videos that we took while we were on the trip after we're done talking about it. But it was just a really great time. And it was serving a lot of purposes. Eric's birthday was September 2nd, so it was kind of for his birthday. It was my mom's 60th birthday, David's 59th birthday, our baby moon, kind of. It was just a lot of things to celebrate, and so it was a great time, and we saw some really cool stuff, and we're just excited to share all of it with you. But anyways, before we go so deep into that, I wanted to show you guys how I did while I was on vacay with my projects that I took. So if you remember, I took the National Parks mini dazzles for kind of traveling in planes, trains, automobiles types of things. And then I took my big Indigenous Collection piece with me to do on the boat around the ship whenever I wanted to. And I feel like I did a lot of diamond painting. I think I updated my diamond painting calendar when I got home. I think there was only 2 days that I didn't diamond paint. And they were super heavy travel days, or I think I didn't diamond paint at all the day that we had to pack to put our stuff outside for them to pick up. So those days were a little bit harder, but out of the 12 national parks, I think I did maybe 5 or 6. Let me see, this is 3. I can take these little things out now. I was trying to save the little plastic sheets as separators so I didn't mess anything up. Oh, I lied to you, I did 4. Let me get my little cheat sheets here so I can tell you the names of the parks I did. Okay, so I did, this first one is the Saguaro National Park. So I did this one. Oh, hide your face, babe. It wants to focus on your face. There you go. So I did this one. Super, super pretty. There you go. It's probably... Why is it still doing that? Oh,
It's a thing.
It's just because the mini dazzles are so shiny that they're all fairy dust drills, and then some of them also have ABs in them. But yeah, this is the cool one with the cactus. Very nice. Then I also did Voyageurs National Park, which is absolutely stunning. That's that one. Unfortunately, we did not get to see the Northern Lights on this trip. It was much too foggy and rainy. And we also, because of the fog and the rain, we did not get to see the Denali Mountain either, which was a little disappointing. But we were in Denali National Park, and I have this funny picture of the sign that's in, we stayed at a hotel where there was a sign where it was this is where the mountain would be, and it's just nothing.
It's just clouds.
It's kind of intimidating to know that there's a giant mountain in front of you, but you can't see it. It was crazy. Anyway, this one is Joshua Tree. I did this one. Very nice. And then the last one I did was Yosemite. This is Yosemite National Park. So yeah, very, very nice. Very pretty. So those were the 4. You can come back, babe. Sorry for kicking you out like that.
Will not return.
Yes.
Been allowed.
I will say some of these drills, because I was literally doing them on planes, trains, and automobiles, I might have to go over these with a roller just to make sure I don't have anything popping off. They were in this carrying case like for 2 weeks straight, and I tried to use these as like little sheet protectors in front of them, and then I put them inside these little pouches. I think they traveled very well overall. Like, they're in really good condition. None of them got bent or snapped or ripped or whatever. So I will definitely keep working on these, but that is what I got done so far. Oh, that was upside down. I was like, why is this waterfall upside down? Wow, they look way better. Look how good they look back here. The depth gives them a lot more visual interest. Okay. Wow, look how good that looks all the way back here. I was holding it up close and I was like, can they even tell what this is? Yeah, that's the one. And then
Saguaro, that's Voyagers.
Saguaro, Voyagers, Yosemite.
And then Joshua Tree.
Very nice. Yeah, maybe I should show them back here from now on because that looks really good. So I still have, 12 minus 4?
8.
Yep, I have 8 left. Thank you, Eric. We are so, honestly, I'm impressed that you got that because we are so tired. We have, just been sleeping. And it's funny because we slept a lot on the cruise, too. Like, we took day naps that were hours long. So anywho, we're just going to put all this to the side because this is not what I'm going to work on today during our whip and chat. I'm actually going to work on the Indigenous Collection diamond painting while we chat about the trip today. So figured it would be appropriate. So I'm just going to put these on my desk. Okay. Then, and then these are the drills that I had for them. So I just had them conveniently in that little bag, and that worked like a dream. I've done that many times. I diamond painted on the plane. I diamond painted on a motor coach bus.
Yep.
I diamond painted on a train.
Yeah.
Did I diamond paint outside? I don't think I did because I think it was too windy.
No, it was too windy.
It was too windy.
Oh, no, you did.
When?
When we were in the back deck.
The back deck. You're right. I even diamond painted outside, undercover, a little bit. But yeah,
there was wind coverage.
But I took everything in this little case with me for the mini diamond painting, and it was really good. So 10 out of 10, loved that. This is the Indigenous Collection piece. Can you hold up the other side? That I work a little bit lower. So this is the piece that I brought with me from Indigenous Collection. It is stop it. I'm trying to read the name. It's called of course. Skydance Northern Light. That's what this one is called. Eric, please. I don't have the strength today. So as you can see, I did this part, and then I am working on this section right here. It has been and will continue to be really fun to work on. It is just multi-placing on it is really easy. The colors are super fun. You can see here, I actually did put in some of those sassy sparklers, I think they're called. I found out, because I was actually doing some online shopping recently, I found out that I'm pretty sure those sassy sparklers they were not from DP with Sparklers. I thought they were maybe a sample pack from DP with Sparklers, but I think they're actually from Distracted by Diamonds. I think when they sent me something, and Robin put in a pack of the sassy sparklers that she sells, and they were this beautiful green color. So here, hold it a little closer for them to see the green. Do you see that super shiny green? Can you show them?
I'm working on it.
Oh, they can see it? Yeah, they can tell. They can tell which ones are the fancy rhinestones. But yeah, those really pretty greens are the sassy sparklers that I put in there, and they replaced the letter M, which is peppered in up here as well. I kind of wanted to start on the I don't want to say boring part because obviously these colors are really pretty, but I kind of wanted to save the top for last just because it's so gorgeous. But we did see a bear, several bears.
We saw multiple bears.
Multiple bears on our trip, so I thought this was even more appropriate because this is very much feeling like Alaska to me. But anyways, this is what I'm going to work on while we whip and chat today. Eric, what are you going to work on?
My Chevy Corvette 01. This is an older one.
An older one? An older Lego or an older car?
An older Lego and an older car. I actually have the new one sitting on the shelf over there that I have to build still.
Very nice. How many pieces?
573.
573. Well, I've seen you accomplish a lot of things while we whip and chat together, so I have no doubt that you'll get very close to finishing this, if not finishing it. Why does it say 2 in 1?
Because, look at the backside, you can actually turn it into a hot rod.
Ooh! Can you guys see that? It can turn into an old school hot rod in addition to the... So which one are you going to build it into? The sports car?
Yeah, the Chevrolet.
Okay, if you didn't know this, it could go 0 to 60 in 2.8 seconds, and it can go top speed 212 miles per hour or 341 kilometers per hour. And it has 755 horsepower with a 1.63 gallon V8 engine. I read the back, but
wow.
I just wanted you to know that in case you didn't know that. So anyways, Eric's going to be whipping on that. I'm going to be whipping on this beautiful piece from Amy Keller Remp in the Indigenous Collection. Oh my gosh, I didn't buy it because I was just like, I'm a stationery hoarder. Let me know in the comments if you guys hoard stationery as well. But I love like stationery. I love pens, like notebooks, paper.
No restaurant is safe.
No, I take a lot of really the pens that write the way that I like, which they're not the same pens that you like.
No,
we like different types of pens.
But she's the reason that waiters give us bad pens.
Which listen, I normally don't take the pen if it's their only pen. But if they're walking around with like 80 pens, or if it's a pen that says the name of the restaurant, it's not like their personal favorite purple pen. I'm not stealing like their favorite pen. I'm stealing like
she is.
No, I'm not. Anyways, back to the point. So, where was I going with that? I was talking about stationery.
You saw her.
Thank God, because he's gonna keep me on track this entire video.
That's scary.
It's terrifying. So we were in one of the stores was it like in Juno or?
No, it was when we were in Anchorage.
Oh, it was in the very beginning.
It was the very first store.
You're right. We were in Anchorage, Alaska, which is like where we got to. We landed there. Yeah, it's where we flew in before we did our pre-cruise tour. And one of the stores that we went into, literally Amy Keller Remp, there was like a stack of like different notebooks, and this picture, it was this image on a notebook. And I talked myself out of getting it because I was like, Ashley, what are you going to write in that thing? I have so many unwritten in notebooks because I just think they're beautiful and pretty and I love stationery. So I did not get it, but I wanted to. And it was this exact picture with the bear and the aurora borealis and the whole thing. But I definitely kept my eyes open. I did not see any diamond paintings.
No diamond paintings.
No diamond paintings in the wild.
Just fake off-brand Lego.
Yeah, we did see a decent amount of fake Lego.
Yeah. Totem
poles, polar bears.
There was one that was, I think, an eagle. There was another one that was like a moose.
Yeah,
seals.
but like Fego.
Yeah.
What's Lego, whatever you want to call it. Also, I'm trying to save it to show you guys during my month in review for September because I'm hoping she'll be done. But I did these 2 giant sections of Angel of Justice yesterday. Because again, we got home Friday. Today for us is Sunday, the 21st of September. So, we go back to work tomorrow.
Yep.
I don't wanna.
We already had that conversation.
Okay. Anyway, so we have to go back to work tomorrow. And we're both crying deep inside. But he gets off Tuesday for Rosh Hashanah, which is nice. I don't get that because I work for a public school. But I do have Thursday off, which I'll be going to a doctor's appointment. But we'll talk more about that later. But anyways, yesterday we slept in because we stayed up super late on Friday when we got home.
We didn't get to bed until 3.
On like Friday night into Saturday.
Yeah.
No, we didn't go to bed till like 3 a.m. because we were like showering and like not fully unpacking, but just getting the stuff in the house and upstairs so that we could deal with it like this weekend.
Because the cats can't see the bags, or else they get anxiety.
Yeah, the cats freak out when they see suitcases. They were so happy to see us. Winnie was like throwing herself on the ground. She was upside down. She was so happy. Kovu was like a neck scarf on me all night. Like, Kovu wanted to sleep on my face. He wanted to be so close to me. It was so funny. But Saturday we slept in. We set an alarm for 9, but we snoozed it a bunch of times. And I don't think we actually got out of bed till like 11, 10:30.
You snoozed it a bunch of times. I was up on my phone just laying in bed.
I can't do that. I'm like, because if I touch my phone, it's over. I'm awake. But yeah, I snoozed until like 11. He got us breakfast. We had breakfast, and then Saturday was really a chill day. Did some laundry, but other than that, like
Still doing laundry. 2
weeks of laundry is a lot of laundry.
Yeah.
And actually, doing the laundry is not even the problem, it's having to put it away.
Yeah.
I'm not looking forward to doing that after this video. At all. So it's just gonna be a 6-hour video. No, I'm just kidding.
We have to do it before we go to bed tonight.
Yeah, no, because now that Eli's room is no longer our guest room, we used to have a guest bed in the guest room, and whenever we were feeling lazy, we would just throw our clothes that were clean onto the guest bed to like go in there and fold them or hang them. But what we really ended up doing was just living off of the guest bed and like pulling our clothes out of the guest bed pile, which is so childish. And hello, sir? Hello, sir. Please do not kick me. I am pregnant. Anyway, so we would just like throw our clean clothes on that bed. But now there's like Eli's room is pretty much empty, other than like stacks and stacks of like baby shower stuff for his room, like all this stuff. Which, by the way, you guys have gone off the chain. Thank you so much for everybody who's been sending us stuff from our baby registry. I don't know what I expected, but I didn't expect that. So thank you so much. I believe, can I see your phone for a sec? I want to make sure I get the date right. It's October either 20th or 21st. I can't remember what the Monday is. October 20th. So October 20th on Carra's Live, who is the principal painter on YouTube. Carra, Michaela, Courtney, and one of actually our Messy Girl Crafts family, one of our members and subscribers, is throwing a baby shower for me virtually on October 20th, and Eric will be there too.
Yes.
So if you guys are interested in hanging out with us on Kara's channel on Monday night, I think it's 6 p.m. Central Time. So can you open the door for her? She's screaming out there. 6 p.m. Central Time.
Are you coming?
Just let her, she'll walk in. 7 p.m. Eastern for us. So, and then obviously you guys can convert to your time zone if you're in a different one. But yeah, we're going to be on Kara's Live on October 20th having a virtual baby shower. And I've already gotten a bunch of stuff to the house. And so I've been just like, I haven't been like looking in the boxes to try to see what the gifts are. But I just want to confirm that every box has one of those tags in it that says who it's from, so that way I can like say thank you when I'm opening them on camera with Eric. And if there isn't a name in there, I'm having to like go back and try to figure out who got which gift for me, so I can just write their name on a note card and throw it in the box. So I'm really trying not to peek ahead of time because I want to be surprised. But yeah, it's there's so many boxes in that room that are just like baby shower stuff. Have you seen the piles?
Yes, I've been the one making the piles.
Oh, it's insane. Well, because we have different piles, right? So we have a pile that is like from you guys, like from YouTube, and then we have another pile of some things that have been sent to us from family that are from out of state or people that don't live near us that wanted to just ship things to our house. Like someone already bought us the chair that's gonna go in my room, in Eli's room. Like the rocking chair. Someone bought us the changing table. Yeah, yes. Your mom bought. Yes. Yeah, I think his mom bought us the chair and the changing table. His dad and his stepmom and his sister are building Eli a beautiful bookshelf.
Yes.
What? Sorry about that. We were just making dinner plans really quick with our friends. They texted us. What was I saying?
My mom, or my stepdad, my stepmom and my dad are building the bookshelf.
Yes. So they're building a big, beautiful bookshelf for Eli. And then my mom, now that we're back from Alaska, my mom and Dave have graciously agreed to get the crib for us. They want to get his crib. So that's going to be coming probably like in a couple weeks or so. We have to still place the order. But there's just like things, it's like now that we're back from Alaska, it's like go time. It's like go time. Yes. So we'll talk about all that stuff too, but let me just get myself set up. But yeah, I wanted to show off that I did a lot of work yesterday on Angel of Justice. She only has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. She has 6 perforated sections left to finish. But two of the perforated sections are on the left-hand side, and they're not the full square. So it's kind of like 4.5, or yeah, it's 6 sections. But I don't do sections the way Diamond Art Club tells us to. I make my sections humongous. So I'm really, 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 really hoping that I can finish Angel of Justice. Here, take your stickers really quick. I'm really hoping I can finish Angel of Justice by the end of the month, so that can be my big finish for September. And then my plan for October, pretty much the entire month or until I finish it, is going to be focusing on my Drills and Chills project, which is finishing Embrace of the Pumpkin by Kikowa from Munimade. So that's kind of my diamond painting plans here. Can you move your phone for me just so I don't like accidentally knock it off the table? Sorry. Okay, this is my colors for the canvas here. There is no sticker sheet. I just have the legend on the side here. The washi tape that Eric picked for me to use with this. Can you show them this? The whale. It's whale washi tape. I don't know if they can see that. Yeah, I might have to stand up a little bit. Oh, let me hide my face.
Come on.
Pull it back a little bit, maybe?
There it is. It's a whale of a tail.
It's a whale of a tail. It's like a foily whale orca washi tape. So his choices were this one or this one, because this one kind of looks like Aurora Borealis-y. Those were his choices. He picked the thin one, and it's actually better that he picked the thin one because I can see the legend perfectly clear.
Oh, so I should have picked a thicker one.
Why?
Should be a pain in the butt.
I can't. So this is the legend. The only thing that I can't see on the legend is the DMC number, which for me with this project does not matter whatsoever. So with that being said, let me get my tray. I'm using this beautiful pen that I got from Enabler's Outpost. This was, I don't think turned by them. I think someone donated a bunch of pens to them, and then I bought it from them. Maybe they turned it though. If Elizabeth is watching, she can correct me. But the pen is gorgeous. It's like green and blue swirls with glitter. You can kind of see that. It's beautiful. So I've been using this. I have glue dots in the single placer, and then I have Randa's Crafty Corner putty in the multi-placer. This is lavender and lemonade scented putty. You guys can barely see that. You know what it is. It's putty. I'm just, listen. Okay, I'm gonna start with the letter K, and let's get this party started. So, I don't know how should we just do this like chronologically? Do you think that's the best way to talk about Alaska, or
were you gonna remember to go chronologically?
I have a rough outline here of when
you know how we are.
Squirrel brained.
Yes.
Yes. Well, we're going to do our best to make this comprehensive here. Because this truly could be like an 18-year-long video. But we don't need to, break out. Like back in the day when someone went on a trip and they broke out the glass slides and they made their family sit there and look at all the slides?
Yes. That's
what I feel like this video is. It's like, okay, family, gather around, grab a snack. We're going to talk about our vacation that you didn't go on. I'm just kidding. But we have like fun pictures, and I promise I'll put cute music to it, and hopefully it'll be less painful than the little glass slides. But anyways, yeah, I guess we can go chronological. So we both had taken off the 8th from work.
Yeah. The
day before that we flew out for Anchorage, just to like do final packing and other stuff, and like we had to run around, and we had a couple appointments that day, so it was good that we had that day off.
Yes.
And then we opted to not go to sleep. Well, we did go to sleep, but like we took a nap. So can you explain your theory on this?
So when we went to, can I help you?
You're all up in my foot.
I am not. I have literally not moved.
He got me these cute new slippers, and they make my feet warm sometimes. So I have to kick them off.
So I think it was when we went to Seattle.
Yes.
Slept through 3 alarms and completely missed our flight.
But we did make it to Seattle, and everything was fine.
So now...
But there was a panic.
Now, to prevent that, what I said, and what I had also suggested for Seattle and was told we were not going to do.
Because I was scared that we were going to be zombies.
Yeah, well, we ended up being fine. Is that we go to sleep early and then wake up at like midnight, 1 o'clock in the morning to just stay awake and just be awake until we go to the flight, until we go to the airport, and then once we're on the plane, if she wants to, because I can't sleep, if she wants to sleep, whatever. And that's what we did. We went to bed.
At like 9.
Yeah, we woke up at you woke up earlier because you were having issues.
Okay, that's cryptic. I'm not having issues. It's just that because I'm pregnant and I have to get up to go to the bathroom a lot.
I was talking about the videos.
Oh, that was different.
That's the issue I was talking about.
Oh, okay. But also, side note, I do, because I'm pregnant, I do get up at, almost, clockwork at 4 a.m. to go to the bathroom, and then I have a really tough time going back to sleep because I feel like I've had such a deep sleep that I'm what year is it? And I can't fall back asleep. But no, what he's talking about was when I was trying, so I had pre-recorded a bunch of footage and videos and stuff for you guys to have while we were gone, so that there wasn't like a gap in my stuff, whatever. And again, I know nobody cares, but for me, it was just like a thing. Like, I didn't want there to be any gaps in my uploading schedule, so I pre-filmed like 6 videos, and it was all going just fine. I had filmed everything, the schedule was working out perfectly, and on Monday, I was editing the last video that was going to go up. Actually, it went up this morning at 9 a.m., but for you guys, it was the Sunday video. It was my storage review, like all my review of my storage systems or whatever. And for some reason, it would not like come out of Canva. I use Canva Pro to edit all of my YouTube videos, and so you can have up to a 2-hour video and still export it from Canva and then put it into YouTube. But that video was nowhere near 2 hours. At least I don't think it was. I can't remember off the top of my head. But it was like nowhere near like the limits of the video size or any of that. And it was just not. Something happened and it just like absolutely was not downloading from Canva. And I was having like a panic attack about it. I was like, I'm just so upset because I planned ahead and I filmed in advance. And when you do all the right things and you schedule yourself and you really try to like be on top of stuff, and then like something completely out of your control that you have no way to fix, like it's not your fault, it is what it is. It was like not doing it, and I was like freaking out. And so we went to bed at like 9 or 10. You woke up at like 1. I woke up at 1. He slept until like 2 or 3, but I woke up at 1 and I reset the router in our house. And because I'm pretty good about troubleshooting. Like, I'm not somebody who just like throws their hands up in the air when there's a problem. I really try to like critically think through the issue and fix it myself. And the last time that I had emailed Canva Pro like customer service, they were horrific and they did not help me at all. So I was like not going to go down that rabbit hole again just to get myself more aggravated. But oops, what did I just do? Oh, I think I just yeeted a color off of the page. Oops. Let me just fix that really quick. Okay. So so I was like fighting through, just trying to troubleshoot it and figure out what was wrong. And then finally I decided to do a speed test because I was like, maybe my download speed is rough. But it's not like we were running all of the electronics in our house like in the middle of the night. Like, he was still sleeping, whatever. But our download speed was perfectly normal, but our upload speed was like completely messed up. I don't know why or what was going on, but I unplugged the router, waited for like 10 minutes, replugged it back in, waited for it to like all reconnect to the internet, and then it downloaded. I was like, holy cow. So if the editing looks a little choppy or rough in any of those videos from the last 2 weeks, it might be because like normally I will watch my entire video as I edit it to just make sure that like things flow nicely and I'm not saying anything crazy or whatever. Or if I do say something crazy, editing actually comes in and makes fun of me. Because sometimes I think it's hilarious like how my stream of consciousness works, and when you're actually like watching it back as a video, you're like, what are you even saying? Like, there was one video that I was watching back where I literally couldn't for the life of me tell you what month it was or what day it was. Like, I changed my mind in the video like 4 times, and I was like, you know what, I'm leaving it in. I can't even fix that. I messed up so many times in the span of like 5 minutes. I was like, it's not even worth it. Just let her go. She's tired. Let her go. So anyways, I finally got that last video to like edit and upload and do the things it was supposed to do. And then it was like at the nick of time, because literally like the video uploaded to YouTube and like was scheduled to post at like 3:30, and we had to be at my mom's at 4 in the morning. So we did that, and that honestly put me in such a better mood because I was like really upset that it wasn't working and I was kind of freaking out about it. But we got it to work right before we left, and then once I did that, in my mind, like that's what put me on vacation mode. Was like, I did all my work stuff at work, I've done all my YouTube stuff, I've done all my house stuff, my cats are taken care of, we're packed, like I am officially on vacation at 4 o'clock in the morning on Tuesday. So I was like super happy and just ready to go and very excited. We went to my parents' house, we picked them up, then we drove to the airport. We were there wicked early. It was like, what, 5:30?
By the time we got into the airport, through security, dropping the bags off, parking the car because we left the car at the airport. It was probably like around 6.
Yeah.
And our flight was at 8.
Yeah. So perfect amount of time. We dropped our bags off. We went and got breakfast in the Tampa International Airport. We normally fly Southwest, but this time we flew Delta, and the Delta side of the airport has a Columbia in it, which is like this delicious like Cuban restaurant that we have locally in Tampa, but they have like a small version in the airport. And we had a breakfast there. They make Cuban French toast breakfast, and it is...
Yeah, they turn Cuban bread into French toast.
It is delicious. And exactly what I needed at 6 o'clock in the morning. So, to start off my vacation. So, we had breakfast at the Columbia, and then we got on the plane. And the first plane ride was long, but the Delta Airlines planes are more upgraded than what we're used to experiencing with Southwest. So like they have TVs in the backs of seats. They have chargers in the seats, so you're not panicking to charge your phone in the airport. They literally have outlets on the plane, which is like, for us, we were like, oh, this is so fancy. Meanwhile, we're like in economy in the back of the plane, and we're like, this is the best thing we've ever had. So that was kind of funny.
Yeah, we do have to fight Delta again, though. I think we're going to spring and get us the
Comfort Plus.
For whatever first class is, because
they're expensive.
Listen, the size of those seats, and there was only 2 of us per row.
They were
for a long flight.
The Delta like super fancy seats at the very front of the plane. It's like 2 big lazy boys essentially, and they have a privacy curtain so you don't look at the poor people which is us.
The peasants.
I'm like,
the peasants can stay in the back.
I'm like, why do planes still have that curtain? That feels so like segregation-y to me. Like very classist. Like I don't want to look at the poor people being poor.
Pretty much. It's for when you want to go ahead and tell the flight attendant, excuse me, I don't want to look at the peasants in the back anymore. Can you please shut the curtain?
Can you just shut that curtain right there? I just I died. I was like, they still
Their lack of money is offensive.
Right. My eyes are burning looking at them and their poor little seats with their tray tables that are broken. I was like, oh, Eric, that's so funny. The first class people don't have tray tables. He's like, oh no, they do. They just
they fold into the arm.
They transformer from the armrest up and out, and it was just we were laughing. We were just laughing because meanwhile, like I said, we're used to just going on Southwest, which I don't mind Southwest at all. I am not a bougie flyer. I'm like, get me from point A to point B as cheaply and as safely as possible. That is my requirements for a plane ride. But Delta's a little bit more bougie, and so even the economy seats had again the screens and whatever. So I'm like, wow, this is so fancy. Meanwhile, they're close the curtain.
Yeah, but for a long flight, definitely think next time we need to do that Comfort Plus.
Well, you're never gonna get away from a screaming baby. That's just never. That's never gonna happen.
No, but I can be comfortable.
That's true. You can have more arm room, I guess. Eric always gets the unfortunate short straw of sitting in the middle seat because I like the window and I don't like touching people that aren't my husband. So I just he needs to be my buffer in life to everything and everyone. And so I don't like being in the middle. Plus, I know I'm pregnant, but normally on a plane, I'm not someone who's getting up, getting down, going to the bathroom, getting something out of the overhead bin. Once I am locked into my seat on a plane, I am there. I live there. It's my new zip code. I move in and I don't leave. I don't move. And then when I get off the plane, I run to the bathroom. That's just how I fly. So it's better for me to be in the window because usually everybody else is up and down and they want to stretch their legs and they want to walk around. So it was me, Eric, and then my mom, and then David, my stepdad, was across, basically next to my mom, but on the other side of the aisle. So we were all sitting with each other, but, it was what it was. So the first plane ride was long because we went direct from Tampa all the way to Seattle. So that was a 5 hour?
Almost,
4?
It was 5 hours and 45 minutes. It was.
I don't think it was 6 hours.
It was almost 6.
I don't know. It was a very long plane ride, but it wasn't bad. But then we had to go from Seattle to Anchorage. That plane ride was only 2 hours and 30 minutes, 2 hours and 45 minutes. But man, that ride felt rough. And the turbulence that we had on that smaller leg as we got into Anchorage scared the junk out of me. I was like, we're gonna crash. Like, truly. It was like the plane was rocking. Like, have you ever experienced turbulence like that before?
Yeah.
Where? When? And was I there? Because
No, you were not.
I was gonna say
I'm pretty sure a couple of flights that I've gone to New York, it was pretty turbulent.
But like that where you're like dropping like that?
Yeah.
I was freaking out. The only time I've ever had turbulence that's come close to that wasn't even truly turbulence. It was like a turbulent moment. And it was actually horrifying. I was going to Grand Rapids, Michigan for a work conference, and I was with a faculty member, and we were, I think it was on our way to Grand Rapids, I think, or coming home, one or the other. It was nighttime, and the plane was just going smooth. There was no issues. And all of the sudden, we dropped like 10 feet in the air, and like everybody screamed, like, because it was so quiet and peaceful. It wasn't like there was turbulence and then we dropped and then we like it wasn't like we were having a bumpy moment. Literally, we were flying and then we just dropped. Like the plane like just went shoot, and we all screamed. Like things were floating, and it was, oh my gosh, that was the scariest plane experience I've ever had. But then we went right back to normal, and the guy came on the thing, and he was like, sorry about that, guys, pocket of cloud or air or whatever. You know, they try to calm you down because everyone's like grabbing their chest. But like this particular one was like, they kind of were freaking people out because the pilot got on the intercom and was like, yeah, we're gonna stop service, and you know, we'll pick up your trash, just leave your trash on your seat at the end. We're not coming through the cabin again. We're strapping in until we get there. And everyone was just like looking at each other like, should we brace ourselves? Like, what is happening? So yeah, that was horrifying. But we got to Anchorage safe and sound, and by the time we got there, because you're going back in time, so we left at 8 o'clock in the morning Eastern time, but we got into Anchorage at like 4 p.m.
Something like that, yeah. It was 12 hours of flight.
I don't think it was 12.
Yes, it was.
I don't know. It may be like 12 hours of travel. We had a layover.
It was 12 hours of flight.
It was a big travel day. And so we got there, and then, you know, now we've gone back in time, and back home it's like 8 o'clock at night, but it's really like 4 p.m. where we are. So we put our stuff in the, we get picked up by the person with the little sign at the airport, which was cute. And we go get to baggage claim, get all of our bags, go with the little person with the sign on the bus to the hotel. We go to the hotel in Anchorage. They give us all of our bags. We bring our bags upstairs. We check in with the tour guide. His name was Nick.
Yes.
And he was a delight. How old was he? Like 37?
He was like 37 years old, yeah.
He's only a little bit older than Eric and I, and he was so just like dry sense of humor, super like right up our speed. Like I think my mom and David didn't really understand
the humor.
Like they thought like he was like making fun of people, but like it's just the way it's just like his sense of humor.
Yeah.
He was like 6'7".
Yeah.
He was so tall, and he kept talking about like how he like people always comment on his height, and he always like makes funny comments back to people and whatever, and like he does these tours for like a living, so like he doesn't live in Alaska. He lives
in Orlando.
Yeah, he actually lives in Orlando, Florida, but he every summer season when Alaska is like the big touristy, like that's like the big season for Alaska, he goes and like runs all these tours and stuff. And so he said he was like thinking about moving or whatever, but like for now like he just likes going back and forth, and I'm pretty sure he's single and he's just like living his best life, traveling and like doing all these tours and whatever. But because he's in Orlando, he was telling us so many funny stories about how he used to work at Disney.
Oh yeah.
And like the customer service and like he was so funny. So we had a great time with Nick. We were with him Tuesday night, Wednesday night, and Thursday night, and then Friday was the day that we transferred onto the ship.
Yes.
But for the pre-cruise tour, it was 3 nights, and the first night we went from Anchorage to Taletina on that glass-domed train. We almost didn't make it because the train had like a problem.
Yeah, so when we first got onto the train, they couldn't close one of the luggage bays.
Yeah.
So the train couldn't operate. Then they closed that, and then we got going, made it maybe like 20 minutes, and then the train stopped again because there was a problem with the train not having enough power. And we realized, so the whole train had to shut down while they fixed that. They realized that, oh wait, when the train is off, none of the electrical systems work, meaning no coffee, no air conditioning, no toilets. So they, maybe 15 minutes after that, they realized that, and they're like, oh wait, we should turn on our emergency generator.
Yeah.
So they turned that on, and then after maybe like another 10 minutes or so, they figured out the generator issue with the train and and the power and all that, and they went ahead and we got on our way. But we were very late getting into Taletina.
Which wasn't a huge deal because that was not our final destination. We were going to Taletina to like eat and shop for lunch and then take a motor coach the rest of the 3 hours to Denali, right? It was like 3 hours.
Yeah, it was like 3 hours.
So like it was fine because in Denali, like we were gonna wake up in Denali the next day and like do a tour in Denali. So like getting to Denali, we just had to get there. Like it didn't matter what time we really got there. We just had to get there, ideally in an appropriate amount of time to like have dinner and stuff.
Right.
Which we did. But yeah, it was just like so funny. But the glass top train was beautiful. It was actually, we got really lucky because we were one of the first people that went down, because it was a double car train, like a top view deck and then the bottom. The bottom is where they did all the breakfast service. So because they were doing all the electrical work on the train, we were downstairs eating when the train wasn't moving. So we didn't miss anything. Like we never were moving when we were below the train underneath. They still had big pretty windows on like the sides, but obviously they don't have the glass top on the first floor. So I was like, oh, I hope I don't miss like birds or like something pretty up top, whatever. But we finished eating and literally the train started to move. So I was like, this is perfect. So we were up there. I was diamond painting. We were looking at the birds. We had an eagle fly over the train, which was so pretty and cool. Because like again, like it literally flew like right over our heads. They were just talking to us about the local towns, and like we were just heading towards Taletina, and then we finally did get to Taletina.
Yes.
And we went straight kind of to like we got on a bus that then took us to the town, right? We didn't just get off the train.
No, we got off the we got off the train. We got onto our bus because we had to go to another train station to get off to walk into Taletina.
Yeah, the main train station. Right. So
where we got off at wasn't the main one.
Right. So we get on our little motor coach, and let me tell you what, this pre-cruise tour for Royal Caribbean was so well organized.
Yeah.
We had the same driver and the same tour guide the whole time. So our driver of our motor coach, her name was Kathy.
Yeah.
And then Nick was our tour guide.
Yeah.
The two of them, it was actually their first time working together, which you would have never known that. Like,
no.
They were so good with each other. Kathy was so funny, such a sweetheart. She did live in Alaska. She lived in Taletina, actually, I think. Or
no, she
Wasilla?
Yeah, Scylla.
Wasilla,
maybe.
She lived in Alaska. Like that, she actually drives a school bus. Like that's like her real job, which was so fun. So she was just like, we were just talking and whatever. And so we got to Taletina. They let us go into the town and like get food if we wanted to. We weren't there for very long. We were there for maybe 45 minutes.
We were supposed to have been there for an hour, but because the train was late, we ended up being there only for 45 minutes.
Which wasn't a huge deal because we knew we were coming back to sleep there the following day. So, like, nobody was really upset about leaving early. But we did walk down to the water's edge. I didn't know this, but Taletina is the name of a river. And at the edge of Taletina in the town, there's 3 rivers that join together. And so that's, like, what it is. Like, so we walked all the way down to the end where you could see the 3 different bodies of water like merging together, and like you could see the water like swirling and whirlpooling.
Doing like whirlpooling effects.
Yeah, it was really cool. But it was like super wet and rainy for most of the trip. Pretty cloudy too, but we still made the best of it. I'm so glad that we got our like waterproof shoes.
Yes.
We had like kind of spent a little bit of money on some waterproof shoes. Like I think both of our shoes each were like $100 or more.
Something like that. I know mine was $100.
Yeah.
Because I got like a pair of Adidas that I found online on Amazon.
Mine were Amazon too.
Huh?
Mine were Amazon too.
Yeah, yours were Merrell's. Merrell's. Merrell 3, Moab 3. I don't know. They were both from Amazon, but we read a bunch of reviews on them to make sure they were truly waterproof because we didn't know what we were getting ourselves into. We didn't know if it was going to be rain, snow,
well, we didn't know what. So we got like, and we wanted, for me especially because I'm pregnant, like ankle support, because I didn't want to roll an ankle or trip on a rock or like hurt myself or fall. I will say I did not hurt myself or fall at all. Not once this trip did I have an incident, which is great. That's really great. But yeah, the shoes came in clutch, and so did our rain jackets, because if we didn't have rain jackets, we would have frozen and died. Like, we would have gotten really sick, because it was raining like almost every day. The only day it did not rain at all was when we were in Juno on the cruise.
Yeah.
Juno, Alaska, I don't know what happened, but the gods were looking down on us that day, because it was like beautiful. Sun was out, no, like barely any clouds in the sky. You could see the white snow on the mountains. It was beautiful. But anyways, so we went to Taletina, stopped for like snacks and whatever. Then we went to Denali.
Yeah, we did the drive up to Denali.
And him and Kathy pulled off to the side of the road on our way to Denali, because there was this big, like, it was called Broad Pass, I think it's called. Broad Pass, something.
Oh, yeah.
And we got out because it literally looks like fall. I mean, it's like peak fall season in Alaska when we went. So, like, the trees were all, like, fiery, like, yellows and oranges and reds. All the ground looked like red. It was so pretty. And then the mountains, again, the super big mountains, they have like a little bit of snow on top of them, but not a lot. Like, it's not like big snowy peaks. It was like mostly rocky terrain, but like it looked like a painted desert. It was beautiful. Like, it was just like the rocks were beautiful, like rustic reds and oranges, and the trees were colors, and the ground had color. It was just like, wow, it was beautiful. I've never seen fall like that before. And so that was really special. And then, yeah, we got to Denali National Park Village, and we slept there overnight. Eric and I did a little bit of a walking tour.
Yeah, because there was like I think it's an ATV trail.
We think so.
In the back of the village.
Mm-hmm.
Was it there?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm trying to remember. Yeah, it was an ATV trail in the back of the village. So we went down that trail, and overall we only did like a quarter of a mile. We didn't do a whole lot.
Yeah, it was like after dinner.
Yeah, it was after dinner. We were tired. We were like, we got to go to sleep, and because we had to wake up early.
But again, it was like cloudy and rainy. We couldn't see Denali. We were at the Taletina. No, sorry, no, it was Taletina that we did the walk. Because it was that big lodge.
So at Denali is when we just went and had dinner.
We just had dinner and went to bed.
Right.
Yeah, because actually in Denali National Park, you're not where we stayed is not like really somewhere where you can see the mountain easily, even if it was a clear day. But when we woke up the next day, which was the third day of our like pre-cruise tour, we drove back to Taletina, and it was nice. Nick stopped at a grocery store, like a local grocery store on the way. I don't even remember what it was called.
That one was Cubby's.
Cubby's? Yeah, we went to a bunch of like local Alaskan like stores.
We went to Cubby's because then on the way from Denali to
Fred Meyer,
Taletina, we did Fred Meyer's.
Yes, so we got back to Taletina on the third day, and that's the Taletina Lodge is like one of the best viewpoints of Denali there is if the mountain is out. Which I didn't even know that like only 30% of people even get to see the mountain. I didn't do enough research beforehand. Not that it would have mattered. Like, we would have gone on the vacation anyway. But I really was shocked that we were not seeing the mountain because it's such a big mountain. But there was so much like fog and cloud coverage.
Yeah.
One of the pictures I'll put in the montage that we show you guys later will have a picture of the sign where it shows you where the mountain would be, and then it's just you look up and it's like fog. It's like nothing. You can't use like nothing. You're like.
Like, there's
a mountain over there? Like,
it's like, where's Waldo but with a mountain?
We even stayed, we didn't stay, but we even stopped at this other, like, coffee shop. Was it called Mary
Carey's.
Mary Carey's. And they are, like, literally, like, 40 miles away from the mountain, and they're supposed to have, like, another majestic view of it.
Can't see it
at all because of the fog. Whatever, it just means you have to take me back. It's fine.
Whatever.
We'll take Eli.
Again, when we go back, I'm going to go ahead and get us those fancy seats. Eli will be older, so he can sit in the back with the poor people.
No! Eli will sit with us. Anyway, So, also, like, we were the poor people, and we had a great time. It was fine. We don't need fancy seats. I don't like spending money on, like, stupid stuff like that. Like, to me, that's just, like, not important.
I don't think that's stupid, though.
It is.
Why?
Okay, having a little bit more leg room on a plane for hundreds of dollars, or, like, going out to, like, a really fancy dinner or something, like, to me, I'm taking the dinner.
Why not do both?
I don't know. I'm stingy with stuff. To me, I'm like, if I'm not dying, I'm fine. Like, it's fine. Then again, I wasn't sitting in the middle seat, so I don't know. But anyway, so we stopped at some really cool places. Nick was a really awesome tour guide. Kathy was a really great driver. She kept us super safe driving in, like, the mountains and the rocky terrain and all that. And I honestly think out of the entire vacation, the whole 2 weeks we were gone, I think the pre-cruise tour and the first, like, 2 days of the cruise were my favorite part of the vacation.
Yeah, that was the most fun, I think.
It was the most Alaska. Like, and we'll talk more about this as we talk about, like, the cruise itself, but, like, I didn't want to look too much into the ports and stuff that we were going to, because I really wanted to just be, like, wowed. And when we got there, like, specifically, like, Skagway, Icy Strait Point, and Ketchikan, they're very, very touristy. Like, you can tell that, like, the main supply of, like, commerce there is the cruise ships. Like, they are ports. You get off of the boat and you see, like, 50 jewelry stores, and you're like, why would I come to Alaska to shop for, like, silver? I don't know. It felt like we were in the Caribbean. Like, it was like, you know when you go to a Caribbean cruise and you get off and they're, like, selling you, like, necklaces and rings and da-da-da. Like, it was very that. And, like, I wanted to see more of, like, the rural Alaska, like the real Alaska. I don't know. And every excursion we did, even the ones in some of those places, were good. Like, in Skagway, we did the W.I.P summit tour. So that we got on a motor coach, and this girl drove us through the city of Skagway and then past it pretty much all the way to Canada to see W.I.P summit. It's like a mountain, and then on the other side is Canada. Like, Canada has a side, and then America has a side.
And it's not that we drove. Oh, I mean, we're jumping ahead here, but it's not that we drove kind of all the way to Canada. We drove into Canada purely to do a U-turn.
Yeah, we literally had to go through customs and show our passports to do a U-turn. It was really funny. But it was beautiful. Again, she let us get off of the motor coach, and we took pictures. You guys will see all that.
Yeah.
There was a lake that had a sandbar right in the middle of it, and half of the lake was fed by glacier runoff water, and the other half of the lake was just like normal fresh water. So it was like green on one side and then like blue on the other. It was really cool.
Yeah.
So we saw cool stuff, but I'm just talking about the ports themselves. Like, Skagway, Icy Strait Point, and Ketchikan. I don't know that I need to do those again.
No.
I feel kind of bad. Because, like, even when we were with that girl in Skagway, she's like, yeah, like, 90% of the people that live in this town are part of the excursion industry, or, like, the whatever.
They're part of the tourist industry.
Yeah. And then in the summer, when the summer season is over and the cruise ships stop going, everyone leaves and goes back to, like, not Alaska. Like, they go back to, like, they kept calling us the lower 48. I was like, that's so funny, the lower 48. Like,
yeah, she was from, like, the tour lady was from Ohio.
Yeah.
So she was just like, yeah, I was just here because they were recruiting on campus and I liked it, so.
Yeah, they had, like, the tour group that she was a part of went to her college campus in Ohio and recruited her to get her CDL license and, like, come and give tours in Alaska. And she's been doing it for, like, 4 seasons, she said.
She's only 25 years old.
She was, like, a baby. Yeah, she's like, I've been doing it, and I love it, and it's great money. And, like, again, like, I'm not saying that that's bad. I'm just saying it wasn't what I expected. Like, I didn't imagine Alaska to be, like, I don't know. When I think about the Caribbean, I think touristy. I think, like, beaches and cocktails and shopping and, like, little knickknacks. Like, that, maybe because that's what I grew up with. Like, I grew up in South Florida where it is very that. Like, shopping is, like, a pastime for people over here. But, like, in Alaska, I was just expecting it to be much more, like, rustic. Like, I don't know. It was a little bit off-putting to see, like, 15 jewelry stores and t-shirt shops in, like, this beautiful, picturesque, like, You know what I'm saying? Like, we were surrounded by these gorgeous mountains and this, like, beautiful bay and, like, the water, and there's whales and sea lions, and then it's, like, a Del Sol. What's that store called?
No, Del Sol, you got it right.
Del Sol. Yeah, it's like that t-shirt shop.
In every port.
Every port. It was like the t-shirt shop where if, like, you walk into the sunlight with the t-shirt, it turns your shirt colors.
It changes the color of the shirt.
They have them in the Caribbean. Yeah. They have them in, like, Cozumel.
Every port had it. I thought that was the funniest
thing. Like, when are you getting the sun like that in Alaska? Like,
right.
When I was laughing because there were people, foreign people, like, from other countries, like, going into that store and coming out with big bags of stuff. And I'm like, I mean, granted, it could be sunny when they, like, where they go home, but I was just thinking, like, you're going to put on a shirt in Alaska where it's, like, gray and rainy, and the only way the shirt activates is if it sees sunlight. I was just laughing. Like, I just thought it was funny.
Yeah.
But that's not me, like, digging on the trip at all. Like, we had an incredible time. But that was just one thing that I found a little bit strange. Was just that, like, the main ports that we went to did not feel very authentic Alaska. So, if you guys are from there, or if you know more, again, I'm not trying to be misjudgy. If I maybe didn't see some things, or we didn't see some things that we should have seen, or whatever, let us know. But yeah, that's just something I wanted to mention kind of in advance of us talking about the cruise itself. Is like, we had an amazing time, but those last couple ports felt a little cheeseball to me. Like, Icy Strait Point, you go up a... what are they called? The sky gondola to the top of this mountain, which is amazing. But again, it was super foggy and rainy, so we didn't really have great views.
The lady at the bottom, when we got the ticket to go onto the gondola, she says to us, she's like, "Oh, you guys." And meanwhile, it's pouring rain.
This was the rainiest of the days.
Yeah,
for sure.
She was like, "Oh, you guys getting a great time. It's not foggy yet, so you'll get to see everything." And we're like, "Oh, cool. We're gonna get some cool sights from the gondola." Couldn't see anything. Couldn't see a damn thing.
Couldn't see anything, and then also because it was so windy, literally this gondola goes to the top of the mountain, so that was really cool. But the wind is rocking our little bubble, and I'm like looking at Eric like, is this how we go? Like, is our little bubble gonna fly off of this thing? And it was hilarious. But because it was raining, and like the only reason you go up this thing is for the views, and like, again, there's a couple t-shirt shops and like a couple of food places. That was the other thing that was a learning experience for us. Every single place that we went, no matter if it was the pre-cruise tour or the cruise itself, everybody was like, well, it's the end of the season, so this is shut down, this is shut down, this is already closed. Like, there were signs on a lot of the stores that said closed for the season, like, have a great winter. We were like the last boat coming through for...
We'll get more into that when we talk about the cruises. We were also the last boat for the cruise, partially too.
Yeah, the Radiance of the Seas is the ship that we went on, and that ship, we were the very last time that boat will be in Alaska. It's going to now be going down to Miami and getting a big refurbishment, which it desperately needs. We still had a good, like, again, like, we're not very picky, like, or complaining when it comes to cruise ships and like, or like vacation, like, we really are like seeing the best in everything type people. But like, when you reflect back, it's just, you know, once you know something, it helps you think about, okay, well, when I go on vacation next time, these are some things that I think I want to pay more attention to, so that I have an even better experience. You know what I mean? Like, the ship was like, we had a room with a balcony, it was beautiful. Like, the view was beautiful, whatever. Like, again, it was rainy and foggy, so we didn't see as much as we probably could have if we had gone in the summer. But what was really nice is that it was cold outside, so we would like sleep with the door to our balcony wide open. Yeah. And you just heard the ocean, and you just smelled like the air, and everything was so fresh up there. Like, the air felt cleaner. The water was delicious. Like, that glacier mountain water, it was so good. Like, their tap water is like delicious. Do you know what I mean? So, but the boat itself, like, you know, it's just older. There was a lot of rust. There was just like a lot of dust. And I'm shocked that I did not get sick at all. I literally never got sick. David was sick the entire cruise, like hacking up a storm. I think he was sick before he went away with us, but it got worse because of the rain and like the wetness and everything. So David was like holding it together by a shoelace, but Mom and Dave still had a really good time. They are very happy with the trip, but he was like miserable, like feeling gross. And then Eric, like probably like 4 days before the cruise was over, he started to get a little bit of congestion, and he thinks it's because his body was like, you're rested, so now you can be sick.
Yeah, I get sick like once a year, fortunately. So I have a lot of sick time.
Yes.
And my body was like, oh, vacation time? You're relaxing? We get to go ahead and be sick now? Let's do it.
Yeah, so we ended up buying $17 Benadryl.
So dumb.
He was so mad. He was, because like there's like a little convenience store on the boat, and so we go, and he was like, are you for real? This thing of Benadryl? And yeah, it was like $17 for Benadryl. But we bought it, and we let him like sleep a lot. I slept a lot. Like every day that we were on the boat after we finished with like our excursion, because all of our excursions when we got off the boat, they were all in the morning, and then we would like have lunch on shore or back on the boat, and then we would come back to the room and pass out, and we would just wake up like maybe an hour or two before dinner. Like it was amazing.
Yeah.
It was amazing.
We're not going to be able to do that now, which is going to be pretty sad. But,
what do you mean? Oh, like, now that we're home?
Yeah.
Yeah. I definitely feel like, you know how everybody, like, says when they, like, when you're pregnant, they're like, oh, like, enjoy your sleep now, because you're never going to sleep again once you have a baby. I really feel like we enjoyed our sleep.
Yes.
We did it right. We slept, like, I would take 2 to 3 hour naps in the middle of the day on this boat, and then wake up, go to dinner, and then we would hang out at the casino every single night. And because we were so like regimented with our schedule because of the tours that we were doing, like we were getting up early like every day for these tours, we decided we were going to do nothing on the boat. We didn't, like, normally, I think I said this in like the Whip and Chat before the cruise happened, like normally we'll do karaoke and we'll do bingo and we'll do some of the ship activities, not all of them. Like we don't normally, Eric and I are not big into like the shows and stuff that they do, but like we do participate in some of the activities, but like
we didn't do any of them.
We did nothing. We didn't do any of the bingo. We didn't do any of the karaoke. Not one time did we go.
No.
We were just so content with being in our balcony room with the door wide open, watching Wild Tuna?
Yeah, Wild Tuna.
Wild Tuna on Nat Geo and snoring up a storm. And it was the best. It was so good. Oh, another funny story about how this ship desperately needs to be upgraded. So I was taking a shower.
Oh my god.
Eric had to go to the bathroom, and I wanted to take a shower. So he went to go find like a regular bathroom on the ship, and I was taking a shower in the room. So I'm taking my shower, whatever, and I'm at the end of my shower, and because the showers are so tiny on a cruise ship, they give you one of those like shower nozzles that you can take off to like hose yourself down, because it's kind of hard to like, you know, get all your nooks and crannies, whatever. So I'm at the end of my shower, and I'm just like rinsing the last round of soap off of me, and the hose that hooks into the shower head was so like old and worn. As I'm just doing this, like I'm just rinsing off my body, the hose detaches from the head. So I'm holding the head in my hand. The hose starts crazy daisying all over the bathroom. And I'm like screaming. I'm like, ah! And then, meanwhile, Eric's not in the room when any of this is happening. But my thought was turn off the water. So I grabbed the handle. There's two knobs. There's a hot knob and a cold knob. And I just grabbed the first knob that I grabbed, and I turned it off because I was trying to turn the water off so it would stop crazy daisy and flooding the bathroom. And I accidentally turned off the cold water first. So then shooting hot magma water was like crazy daisy. I was like, ah! Like, so Eric comes into the bathroom and into the like cabin, and he's like, "Are you okay?" And I'm like, "I need help."
I walk in, the shower head is on the floor. She's holding the hose.
I'm like butt naked. Like I'm like, my feet are burnt, because the when I turned off the cold water, the hot water started going, and it was like boiling evil magma water. Thank God it didn't hit my stomach or my upper body. It ran across my feet, and I was like, ow! And then I just grabbed the other knob and I turned it off. But I was like, it scorched the top of my feet really quick, and I was like, meh. And Eric came in. I was like, Eric, I need help. And so he comes into the bathroom and he was like, I left you for 30 minutes.
Seriously, yeah. I walked away for like a half hour. She comes back and everything's gone to hell in a handbasket.
Right. Well, and then so he calls maintenance on the boat to come fix it. So I dry off, I get dressed, we go out onto the boat to do other things because this was a sea day, and the maintenance person had come in and fixed it, whatever, while we were out walking around the ship. When we got back to our room and I looked at the shower head, they upgraded the shower head. I'm like, really? The day before we get off this boat, you're gonna upgrade this shower head right now like that? I was like,
Yo.
I was like, that's messed up. That was my last shower on this boat, and you did me dirty. You did me dirty. But it was funny. I was fine. Literally, I was fine. But it was like a funny things like that would happen, and I would just be like, man. And then that's when our waiter and the guy who helped, what's the other waiter called? They're both waiters.
Luciano?
Yeah, but what?
He's the assistant waiter.
Assistant waiter. I was like, there's a title for him. But yeah, we had our waiter, who was Alan, and our assistant waiter, which was Luciano. And they were both super nice. We did anytime dining, so we could go into the dining room anytime we wanted. But every time we went to the dining room, they sat us at the same table. And they were so nice. They would always, normally on a cruise, when you have, a refreshment or a beverage package, every time you go to get a drink, they make you show your little SeaPass card so that they can confirm that, you have the package and that you're not just, trying to get free stuff. But, when you see the same people every night, you really don't need to ask for that. But we've been on cruises where they still will ask you for it every single night and make you bring it. But, our waiter team, after the first night where we showed them that we had the package, they would have our drinks ready for us that we always ordered every night. They would just bring them to us. We never had to order a Coke Zero or a Diet Coke or a whatever. They just they would bring it to us right when we sat down. It was so nice. All of the staff that we interacted with were
very good.
Amazing.
Yeah.
And super sweet. So that part was great. The food was really good. Eric got to have king crab.
Well, you're jumping ahead because now we have to talk about Juno.
Oh my god, I'm bouncing all over. Well, okay. Sorry. Let's go back to the beginning of the cruise. So we got on the ship. It was a Friday.
Right.
We didn't even leave until 3, 4 o'clock.
No,
5 o'clock?
later, 8 o'clock at night.
No, remember he left. He said, "Oh, we're gonna leave early so you guys can see us leave." Because when we were leaving the port, there were beautiful giant snow-capped mountains with glaciers. I think the most beautiful visual place that we saw was probably Seward,
where we left
out of, because it was a southbound inside passage cruise. So we went from Seward, Alaska down to British Columbia into Vancouver. So Seward, we drove the Seward highway to get to the port. And oh my gosh, my face was glued to the window the entire time that we were in the motor coach. And yeah, and then when we were leaving the port in Seward, there were all of these beautiful giant mountains that had icy blue, crystal clear blue glaciers up in the mountain, high up in the mountains. And we brought binoculars with us, so we were able to see it as if we were standing right in front of it, and it was just the prettiest thing ever.
Yeah, it was super cool.
It was really great. So we just sat on the back of the boat to watch us leave the port, and so it's just as the boat was leaving, we just saw the whole scenery or whatever. It was just it was so beautiful. So yeah, anything else about Seward or the pre-cruise tour before we talk about the cruise part?
No, but Nick was funny when he was telling us about the wildlife. Because on the way to Seward, we stopped at the Alaska Wildlife Conservation Center.
Oh yeah, we got great pictures of grizzly bears and black bears and foxes.
He was telling us about how they used to have an eagle there, and he was telling us that they have a show on Nat Geo where it talks
Disney
about
Plus.
Yeah, well, you can watch it on Disney Plus, but it's through Nat Geo.
Yeah. And
they talk about the Alaska Wildlife Conservation Center. They talk about the one that's in Seward where it's the Sitka.
The sea life.
The sea life one, and then there's another one where it's like the aviary one.
Yeah, I don't know where that one is.
Yeah. And he was telling us, it's always funny when people ask, what do the bald eagles do when when it's like wintertime, and it's like, oh, they go to the dump.
Yes.
You see like these majestic creatures, during the summertime and all, they're flying through the air, they're catching their fish, they're all majestic and all that, and then they go at wintertime, they end up at the dump.
The Anchorage dump.
The Anchorage dump. You just see like a bunch of them just in like the trees. At the Anchorage dump.
So messed up. Those beautiful birds should be eating better things than trash.
Yeah.
But we did see some majestic birds and animals. We saw moose in the wild and in captivity.
Yep.
Bears. We did see one bear in the wild, but it was like across a lake or a waterfront. So like we were driving in the motor coach, and we saw the bear like on the other side, but we just drove past it, so like we didn't stop or anything.
Right.
But we were like, bear. We saw moose in the wild, a bull and a cow.
Well, we saw two bulls that were fighting, and then we saw the cow separately.
Yes, but like we saw like both like boy and girl moose. We saw eagles, like bald eagles. Did we see a golden eagle too?
Yes, we did see gold eagles.
We saw gold eagles.
We also saw osprey.
Yes, we saw lots of osprey. We saw seagulls. We saw otters,
ravens,
sea lions. In the Wildlife Conservation Center, they had a coyote.
Yes.
And a porcupine.
A wolverine.
A wolverine, which was cool.
They also had the bison.
The lynx. Was it a lynx?
Oh, they had the lynx. Yeah, they had a lynx. They had bison, and then there was the other one that I can't remember. It looks similar.
The water buffalo.
No, it looked like something like that. I can't remember what it's called.
Some big cow. Some big four-legged thing.
Yeah.
And yeah, a grizzly bear, a black bear, and moose.
Yeah, that was pretty much it.
But we saw a lot of animals. Oh, and then Eric got a little clip of a video while we were on our balcony on the cruise. We saw a whale.
Yes.
We saw it blow through its blowhole, so we saw the spout kind of blast, and then we saw his tail. We couldn't tell from the video. Maybe you guys will get a better picture, or like you guys will know better, but we couldn't tell if it was an orca, like the black and white ones, or if it was a humpback whale. We couldn't really tell because we didn't see its body. We just saw like its like quick little tail and its little spout.
Yeah.
We saw porpoises too.
We did.
We saw a lot of so like it's like a dolphin, but it's black and white, so it almost looks like
closer to a whale than a dolphin, apparently.
Right, but it's like the size of a dolphin, and it jumps like a dolphin.
Yeah.
We saw salmon.
Yes. Seals.
We saw a lot of wildlife, which again was one of the things that I was like really looking forward to too, and that's probably what my mom was looking forward to the most. And she was very happy about all of the interactions she had with the animals. So that was really good. The best thing that we did on the actual cruise that was like Alaska stuff was Hubbard Glacier.
Yeah. The
Hubbard Glacier was the most breathtaking, beautiful thing. We splurged on the excursion where we went closer to the glacier. So the cruise ship came into the bay, and it's called Disenchantment Bay, which I think is funny. But they come into Disenchantment Bay, which is the beginning of the bay is like 7 miles off from the glacier. And you can still see the glacier. And again, we had binoculars, so we could see it pretty okay.
Off, yeah.
We could see it. But we got on a tinier boat through an excursion that we paid for, and we got a half mile away from it.
Because that was the closest they were legally allowed to take us.
And it felt closer than a half mile.
Yeah.
It felt like we were a football field away.
Yeah.
So it's called called a tidewater glacier. Tidewater something. And it's
traveling glacier.
A galloping glacier.
That's it. That's the one.
It has lots of names, but basically it is like one of the largest tidewater glaciers, or is the biggest, largest tidewater glacier in the United States. and it's still moving forward. Like it's still coming down. It's 74 miles, 76 miles.
Something like that, yeah.
It's like over 70 miles long of a glacier coming all the
70,
way.
yeah, 76 was like, we could see the
It's like from Mount Logan all the way down or something like that.
Right, but then if it circles behind Mount Logan in that pass.
It's, oh, sorry, I'm so tired. It's humongous. And it's gorgeous. Like this ice is like deep blue, light blue. Like they said, the deeper the blue, the more like compressed the ice is.
Yeah.
But this, because it's a galloping glacier and it's like a glacier that's moving still like towards you technically. I think they said it. I forget how many feet a year they say it grows, but it's a lot. It's like
8 feet or
something like that.
Yeah.
It moves a lot, and they say some areas of the glacier can surge, where you can see movement of up to even like a couple feet a day in certain areas. But because it's a glacier that's moving towards, like into the bay, it calves off. So you're sitting there on this tiny boat, and the boat had to navigate through ice in the water, like big chunks of ice floating in the water to get to the glacier, because the glacier is constantly calving off and like big chunks are dropping. And like the guy said this on the boat, and I'm so glad he said it, because I had not even thought about it this way. You're kind of desensitized to the size of things when you're surrounded by these humongous snow-peaked mountains. Like, you don't realize how tall these things are that that you're next to. But he's like, you know, you'll see this glacier and it's calving off and these big chunks are falling into the water. You don't realize that that's actually the size of like a 3-story building.
Yeah.
Which is why they can't get within a half mile of the glacier, because like it could take out the boat. Like the boat itself had jet powered engines, not a propeller, just to avoid ice like breaking the engine, and like it was like a pontoon boat. So it was really, really cool. And we were at the glacier for like over an hour.
Longer. We were there for a couple hours.
So we were taking video and pictures. You'll see all of the video and pictures in the little montage, but it was like, that was like the most stunning, beautiful, like untouched earth type stuff. Like things that, you know, like not a lot of people in the world get to see, and it was just so beautiful. And to watch the calving, we didn't get any videos of the calving, unfortunately, because it was like, it just like happened and you were like, oh, there it goes. But huge chunks would just fall into the water, and you could hear further up the glacier it moving. Like it sounded like a construction site. It was like, it was like booms and cracks, and like you heard it like crunching and munching towards you, and it was just the coolest thing ever. And we got some really beautiful pictures. And then right before we went back to our big ship, one of the mariners had an ice pick, and he grabbed a huge glacier chunk out of the water.
They used a salmon net to pull a chunk of the glacier out.
Is that what they did? I thought they had a pick or whatever.
No, they had a pick to break it up.
Oh.
But they used a salmon net to pull a big chunk out. They broke that chunk down into 2 pieces, one for everyone to like hold and touch and take pictures with, and the other one for them to make drinks with.
Which, you know, Eric got a glacierita.
Yeah, with glacier ice.
With glacier ice. He got a margarita with glacier water. Like literally Hubbard Glacier ice.
Yeah. It was good.
That's crazy. Like, he had a drink. I was like, you better eat that ice. Like, I love to eat my ice and a drink on a regular day. Man, I was like, I don't care about alcohol, but I want that drink so bad. I wish they could have made me just like a water.
I mean, they could have.
I should have asked. I don't know why I didn't. But anyway, so they had this giant chunk of ice, and they let us take pictures with it. So Eric and I both took pictures with this giant chunk of ice that we got to hold.
Yeah.
It was the most magical, amazing couple hours. And and then we went back to the main boat, and we met back up with Mom and Dave. We had dinner with them every night, but
that first night we didn't have the dining room.
Right. But all of our excursions were different from them, except the one that we did in Juno together, because it was like a mining excursion, which we wanted to, because we're just like hokey and we like that stuff. So we wanted to do that together. But everything else was separate. Oh, can you go get the gold?
I don't even know where it is.
It's in my Band-Aid box in the bag.
Hold on. I'm trying to
Okay, when he's done with that, he'll go get it. So that was Hubbard Glacier. That was our first day at sea, which was technically day 2 of the cruise, like night 2. Day 3, night 3 was Juno, Alaska, and that is where we did the mining excursion. And again, it was the most beautiful day. Full sun, not a rain cloud in the sky, no fog. It's in the, you know the little tin that I have the Band-Aids in?
Where's that?
In the big bag, one of the big bags. Probably your big bag, if I had to guess. Yeah, because the dirty clothes was in the other bag. Anyway, we went to a mining excursion where they actually took us into a mine that used to be like a main mine for Juno when like the gold rush was happening. We learned so much about the gold rush and like the Yukon and all that stuff. Like we heard about that a lot on our trip overall. But in this mine, the miner took us down there and he was like showing us like, you know, how people marked themselves in and out for the day so that they knew if you were in the mine still or out of the mine. They talked about the new, like the drills that they use to mine and like how it's changed from like just using explosives to like now people can like they can do like remote work to like work a mine. Like it's so crazy. He was just telling us all these cool things. But then after we came out of the mine itself, we actually got to pan for gold, and we got gold. Can you show them? Here, I'll get my face out of it. We actually got some gold when we mined for gold.
I'm trying to like...
Can they see the little flakes in there?
It's a little hard to see it.
There's a little bit of sand in there too. Oh yeah, there you go. Can you see it, like that little gold, the gold flakes at the bottom of the little thing there? So they taught us how to pan for gold. Let me see. We each got it. Yeah, it's hard to see on camera just because it's so tiny. Back it up just a little bit. And then like tilt it like sideways. I don't know. You got a good... Yeah, there you go. You saw a little flash of gold at towards the cap. There you go. See it?
Yeah.
There's a little bit of sand in here too, but like we got some really cool like gold flakes, and we had to pan for it in this trough. And he was funny. He was like, yeah, normally the water where they would pan for gold was like
30 degrees.
30 degrees, and these prospectors were out there panning for gold for hours, and their hands would go numb, and like they couldn't feel their hands, and they got sick or whatever. And like, but we've set this water to a wonderful 70 degrees for your...
A comfortable 70 degrees.
A comfortable 70 degrees, and we were like, thank God, because
it was... It still felt cold.
I mean, yeah, it was cold. It was like, because... Can you shut that just so they don't hear the air conditioner? Yeah, it was cold, but it was like... Bless you. It never got above like 60 degrees the entire vacation.
No.
Which was amazing. Like, Eric and I were like, t-shirt and shorts weather? Question mark? If it hadn't been raining...
Yeah, the rain and the wind was the killer.
But yeah, that was really fun. So we panned for gold, and that was the day that you, Mom, and Dave got king crab.
Yes, we got king crab. Yeah, we got.
So tell them what you felt about it.
We got 3 pounds of king crab, and then they had also ordered salmon. Oh my God, what the hell? They weren't the croquettes. They were the they were like coconut salmon bites or something like that.
Yeah, they were like deep fried salmon bites.
Yeah, but it was instead of like coconut shrimp.
It looked like a mozzarella stick.
Yeah, instead of coconut shrimp, it was salmon. That's the way to think of it.
Yeah.
Yeah. It was good. The king crab I think was the best. Honestly, I could have eaten those 3 pounds by myself.
Yeah, he was so funny. Like, well, because they charge like obviously a lot of money for the crab because it's like fancy whatever, and so you could buy 1 pound, 2 pound, 3 pound, or 4 pound. And so they were each going to get a pound for themselves, but I was like, why not just get like a bunch of pounds and just share it? Because it's then they're not charging you individually.
Yeah, I think like if you do it that way, because like for the 1 pound it was like $80, but then if you buy like a 3 pound,
you saved like $50.
No, we saved like I think $20 or $30.
Whatever.
Yeah.
They saved money just getting one order of it.
Yeah, because instead of it being for 3 pounds 240, I think it was like 220 or something like that.
Yeah. So, but they split 3 pounds of crab. I had a burger, but I did try it. Don't come for me in the comments. I tried the crab. I tried the salmon.
Yes.
Here, this is gonna fall. Just
yeah. It's fine.
But yeah, I did try everything. I am just not a seafood person, so I tried it to try it, but I wasn't like, this is the best thing I've ever had. I was like, yeah, this tastes like fish.
Yeah. No.
And the salmon, again, I don't have a lot to compare it to, but it was like wild salmon.
Well, yeah.
But like no, like it wasn't like salmon from Costco. Do you know what I mean? Like it was like a reddish color.
It was darker than what you're used to seeing.
Can you explain? Because I don't understand.
I think it was a different breed of salmon that you're used to seeing.
Ah, I see. Yeah, they have 5. I don't think I could remember the 5. They taught us. They said
there's a finger trick.
Yeah, there's a finger. There's the. Well, I know the king.
King salmon is the middle finger.
Right, because it's the tallest.
sockeye is the pinky. Is the pointer. Because you gotta.
The pinky.
Yeah.
The pink salmon.
Yeah.
The ring finger was the.
Queen.
No.
No, it was like kings and queens or something like that.
No, it was like. Silver.
Oh, the silver.
The silver one, and then the thumb. Oh,
was the hump salmon?
I don't remember why the thumb was the thumb though. I'm trying to remember why they were like, and the thumb is this one because.
They had a whole way of like.
They had a whole way. We remembered most of them, but yeah, there was 5 different types of salmon, and they like, and it was the end of the season, so the salmon run was like happening
as we were there.
So we were seeing like.
Well, and we saw more in
Ketchikan.
Ketchikan, yeah.
Oh, I got a little eyelash in my eyeball. Oh my goodness. But yeah.
Are you good?
Yeah. Yes, I have vision. Oh, I got it. I pulled it out. Okay. So Juno was great. We did the whole mining thing, and then they got the salmon, or sorry, they got the crab, and then Skagway was like, that's where we went up to White Pass, and again, the town was meh, but the tour was cool.
Yeah.
Like we went up and we got to, that's where we saw the lake that has the 2 different colors of water. And so apparently glacier water, the reason why it's like that greenish color is because there's silt in the water, because when the glacier melts, it has this almost like clay substance in it. But also it's like super dangerous apparently. Like if you go to stand, like you know when you go to a beach and you stand in the sand, that's hard to say. And the sand kind of like traps your feet in, but you can easily pull your foot out of the sand after it's like washed up on your feet a little bit. Silt turns into almost like a concrete mixture. If you stand in silt for a long time, it almost acts like a quicksand. And they have to come out with like this special stick to help you like get out.
Yep.
So that was kind of crazy. I was like, so we're not gonna go stand on like a glacier beach, I guess. It's like if you stay in one spot for a long time, like you can like walk around, but like I think if you let your feet like sink in, they'll get locked into place because it's kind of like a clay, silky substance that acts like a concrete when it's wet. So yeah, but anyways, it makes the color like pretty turquoise green blue.
Yeah, and it
Oh, I finished K.
Oh, you finished K?
Yes.
Yeah. And it's crazy because it doesn't sink either. It all sits on top of the water. So like when you're looking down,
it looks
like
swirly.
Like I don't know if you ever work with like clay, but like when you're washing the buckets where you would throw the extra clay and all that, like how it will look on the top.
Yep.
Like that.
No, you're 100% correct. It literally looks like a slip bucket. If you're familiar with ceramics, it's a slip bucket. That's what the water looks like. So, hold on, let me pick another color. I'll do the letter T, since we just talked about turquoise. This pretty color right here. So, this is kind of the color of the water almost.
Yeah.
A little more vibrant, but still. The pictures that I took came out so pretty, because the overcast skies just made it very, like, moody, and I don't know, it was really pretty. So yeah, Juno was cool, and then Skagway, again, the town of Skagway was kind of whatever. 90% of them were people in the industry, and then they all leave. But the tour to White Pass Summit was beautiful.
There's one guy that works for the DMV, his name is Chris.
That was really funny. We were driving out of the town, and the girl was like, and here's our new fire station that costs more than it costs for the United States to buy Alaska as a territory. Oh, and then here's the DMV. We call him Chris because he's the DMV, the tax collector guy.
Yeah,
and
he does it all. But like it was also his office was also in the brand new fire department, fire station.
Yeah,
that costs more than the state of Alaska.
Yeah, so. Like it costs more than the state of Alaska to build it than it was to acquire Alaska from Russia.
Yeah,
which is hilarious. And then after Skagway, we did Icy Strait Point. That's the one where we went to go up and down the mountain in the gondola.
Yeah.
that was also supposed to be where we were able to see a good amount of whales. My mom and Dave did a whale excursion that day, so they did see whales in Icy Strait Point because they went like out, but we did not see any whales in the port.
No.
At all. But we saw otters in the port.
Did.
We ended up seeing a whale when we were actually traveling through the Inside Passage on like the last day of our cruise.
Yes.
So we saw like, I mean they're all wild, but we saw like a whale in the wild. We didn't see the whale from land. We saw it like in a boat. Or, like, we were in the boat. The whale wasn't in the boat. You know what I mean. So, Icy Strait Point, they left. They, like, got in at 7 a.m. and they pulled us out of there, like, 3 p.m.
Yeah.
There was, like, nothing to do at Icy Strait Point. If you weren't into, like, shopping and tchotchkes, you just left. So, we didn't even eat there. Like, we got down, we rode the gondola, like, 4 times up and down the mountain. And then once the wind kicked up and it was raining pretty hard.
In Skagway, we got the fry bread. We forgot.
Yeah. There was in Skagway, in the little town, they did have this thing called fry bread, which was like a big piece of like fried bread with cinnamon sugar all over it, and we split one.
Yeah. Oh, and then
and fudge.
Yeah, and fudge and Juno, and that's where we found. That's where we had asked the fudge guy. Because he was there folding fudge on the table to, like, cool it.
I just wanted to stick my face in it. He was, like, he's, like, flipping the fudge over itself and, like, moving it around the table.
Yeah, he was doing that, and I had asked him, like, hey, let me ask, because we were asking him about it. He's like, oh, this is, like, our caramel fudge, or whatever the hell it was.
Yeah.
And I was like, let me ask you a non-fudge question. What's the deal with all the jewelry stores? And in my head, I was like, oh, it's Alaska. They have because they had, and we learned that day, an active gold mine still.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, maybe
in
Juno, yeah. And I was like, oh, maybe because there's an active gold mine still nearby that they are, there's a bunch of jewelry stores and they can get it for cheap. Like maybe that's what it is. Me trying to think,
Yeah.
Trying to
connect dots.
Connect some dots here. And the guy was like, honestly, I don't know. I think they're a money laundering scheme.
Yeah, he's like, I think they're a money front laundering scheme situation. And we were like, oh, okay. And then we went to a t-shirt store later on in the day in Juno, and the girl behind the counter, because he asked the same question, like, what's the deal with all the jewelry stores, and she was like, you can thank your cruise ship for that. And I'm just like, okay, yeesh. Like,
yeah, she was not
pleased. I'm like, still, we've got a local, I understand. Granted, I would be annoyed too if, like, my town was overrun by just like
jewelry stores,
propped up businesses. It's like we always complain here that there's like every corner of every street there is a storage unit place, a mattress firm place, and a car wash.
Yeah,
it's the most annoying thing ever. It's like, please stop. Nobody wants you here.
They're building a new car wash.
That's the same company brand as one that's down the street.
Yeah, literally less than 3 minutes away.
Yeah, but it's not even like a competitive car wash.
It's the same exact one.
I'm looking for the letter D, which is number 20. Okay. It'd be great if I could get this section done before the end of this video, but who will know? What bag are you on?
This is so old there are no bags.
Oh, this is everything?
Yeah.
That's hilarious.
But I just finished the cylinders.
Can you show them the pistons?
Can they?
If you like tilt it, they'll see it. There you go.
Yeah.
Very nice. Good job, babe. So yeah, Icy Strait Point was kind of whatever. Ketchikan was okay. So Ketchikan was like a middle ground. You get off the ship and it's all the touristy stuff right there. But there's a street in Ketchikan called
Creek Street.
And the city or the town of Ketchikan will not allow anyone that's not like a locally owned business to buy property on that street. So it's basically a boardwalk over a creek, and
over a creek that has the salmon ladder, so you can see the salmon swimming up to go into where they're supposed to be spawning.
Yes, and you see seals.
Yeah, so there was a seal family. Like there was a pup. And then the 2 parent seals, I guess they're teaching it how to hunt. Because they were just there just catching the salmon.
The salmon were real dumb, man. They were swimming into just rocks.
I mean, they're fish. So.
But there were like groups of salmon that were just like vibing. I'm like, do you not see this natural predator right there?
And then the seagull.
Oh my gosh. So Creek Street was really cool. We walked the whole boardwalk. But when we got to this one little bridge, we were looking at the salmon, and that's when he spotted the seals. And we do have, I think, a little video of that too.
Yes.
But were there. And so the mom and the dad seal are kind of teaching their pup how to hunt. And so the baby seal is like playing with his food. Basically, he like grabs the salmon and then lets it go. And they're like chasing each other around. Well, at one point, the pup starts to try to snap at a seagull. And I don't know if it was like a baby seagull or is a full grown. I don't know. The pup was like playing with this seagull, and the seagull did not appreciate it. So the mama seagull or one of the family seagulls comes over and just starts bopping the seal on the like flapping and smacking this seal on the top of the head.
The seal pup on the head.
The seal pup was like, "Sorry, man!" Like literally swims away. Like the seagulls and the seals were not enemies. Like, they were not trying to eat each other.
No.
Well, obviously the seagull was not trying to eat the seal, but the seal was not like...
Listen, you never know.
Whatever, it's a dog-eat-dog world. But, like, the seal was not messing with
like
the seagulls.
Seal world.
Maybe. They're, like, not naturally after each other, but the pup, like, didn't understand and was, like, trying to, like, chew on the foot of the seagull. So the other seagull came in and read him his rights, and the pup swam away and went back to fishing, which was really cute and funny, because then all the seagulls like started like landing on top of the water, and they were like surrounding the one little seagull. I was like, they're protecting their young. But it was cool to see the salmon like jumping and swimming up. I wish we would have seen some bears around there, because that's like,
I mean, it's more of a town area, so I don't think we would have seen many. But
yeah, but I mean, the bears love the salmon.
They do.
So it would have been a really great place for a bear to teach their baby bear how to hunt, because it was right there. Anyway, so that was Ketchikan, and then we did a day at sea, and then we flew home the next day on the Friday. So like Thursday was day at sea, Friday we flew home early in the morning. As far as what we did do on the ship, it was a lot of casino time.
Yes.
At night. So we didn't like go to the casino during the day at all. We would
Even
like
though
have
someone wanted to.
Listen, I think casinos are so fun. I love to people watch, first of all. And casinos on a cruise ship are just different, okay? They're just, the energy is different. The cruise, because it was like an Alaskan cruise, a majority of the people on the cruise were like an older crowd. And people that were more well off, right? Like people who have money. So the casino was always packed. And like, there was this one woman, she was affectionately known as Grandma Bunny.
Grand Bunny.
Whatever, Grand Bunny. She sat on this one machine. There was a row of machines. It was all the same game, and it's the game that Eric and I really like. It's like a Fortune 88 game where you have to like close the lid, and then you have an option to win the grand prize. But then there's also this like extra free spins feature where you get 3 drums in a row, and like there's like, it's called dancing drums, whatever. It's such a fun slot machine, and we play it every time we go to a casino. We find that game and we play it because we just have a lot of really good luck with that machine. But in the casino on the ship, they had a wall of this game. So there's probably like, what, 12 of them in a row?
Probably.
And this older woman, Grand Bunny, we know her name is Grand Bunny. Well, her real name is actually, what? Because she won that certificate.
Edith or something like that.
No, it was like a funny name. It was like a name that was like, you would have never thought. Anyway. But her name is not Grand Bunny. It's what her grandchildren call her. But she had a cup. That's how we knew. She had a cup with all their pictures on it. And it said like,
we love you, Grand Bunny.
We love you, Grand Bunny. And we were just like, this. Meanwhile, she had like a walker that she would have to put to the side. She had a cup. This woman was in that casino on this same machine every single night. Sometimes during the day as well.
Yeah.
She was winning thousands of dollars.
Yeah.
I could have just sat in that casino and watched this woman click this button 100 billion times. I was like, I want to be you when I grow up. Like, she was just like hitting it, and she was like winning. And she wasn't even betting that crazy. She was betting like $1 and change per spin.
Yeah, like $1.60 per spin.
Yeah, but which again, like if you're someone who doesn't gamble a lot, like that is a lot of money per spin. But like for someone who's dropping $1,000 in a machine, that's like a normal amount I think that somebody would bet per spin. So it was just I could have watched her all night long. And so we would always, like, joke, like, let's wait till she gets off her machine, and then we're going to go sit on her machine.
Because, well, that happened, and I actually won.
I do have a little video clip of Eric hitting... He got 4 drums in a row, which triggered the special effect or whatever. And then he was, like... He was just killing it one night. He got up to, like, $200.
Yeah.
But Eric's a crazy person, and so he's just like, well, we bought this money to gamble with and to spend. So he's like, whatever. So he just starts, like, hitting, like, crazy numbers and whatever. We ended up not coming home winners, but it's fine. Like, we when we go to a casino, like, we expect to lose all of our money and, like, be fine with that. We don't ever expect to come out, like, thousandaires, you know what I'm saying? But he was doing so good that one night, and then I typically have decent luck on those machines as well. So,
decent
like,
luck. She always wins.
What do you mean? I don't always win. I didn't come home with money.
You could have.
I probably, if it wasn't for him, I absolutely could have, because he was just like, yeah, bet it all. But the one thing that I have discovered on this cruise is I have a new addiction.
Yes, she does.
And that is roulette. Oh my gosh. Okay, so where do I begin? So first of all, tell me in the comments if you like gambling, roulette, table games, if you're into any of this casino stuff at all. I'm, like, slightly obsessed with it because the very first cruise that I went on with my dad and Eric, that was the very first time I had ever really gambled on a cruise ship, and we did very well, like, with the game that we were just talking about. But then last Christmas of 2024, we went to go spend it with my dad in North Carolina, and one of the nights that we were at my dad's house, my uncle, his brother, invited us to go to a casino that had just opened up in Virginia. So we drove to Virginia from North Carolina, and we went to this new Caesar's Palace that just opened up over there. And it was beautiful. The property was beautiful. They were still building part of it. And the casino was huge. And we have been to the Tampa casino, the Hard Rock. We have a Hard Rock by us, and we've gone to it, like, twice?
Yeah.
2 or 3 times.
Yeah.
And that one's really fun, too. But we were at the Caesar's Palace, and my Aunt Connie and my cousin Rebecca... Rebecca is actually my cousin that's getting married on November 15th. That she's one of the weddings that I'm going to this year. In Christmas time, we all went to the casino together, and my Aunt Connie and my cousin Rebecca sat at this roulette table and just killed it. We were at that casino for, like, hours.
Yeah.
And they never got off that table. And I don't actually know how much, because I didn't understand it at the time that I was watching them. I don't know how much money my aunt had on the table, but she definitely had to have left up.
Oh, 100%.
She was so good at roulette, and I was like, I want to learn how to play this game. This looks like fun. And that was back last year during Christmas. Well, this year on the cruise, we've kind of decided that we feel like we know how the casino works at the cruise at this point.
Yeah.
The first 3 nights... There's a lot of winners at the casino in the slots because they want to keep you coming back. So, like, again, this is tinfoil hat, full conspiracy theory, nothing confirmed. But our thought process is the first 3 nights, there's, like, a lot of winning happening. And then the last part of the cruise, the last half of the cruise, they get their money back because everyone brings their winnings back to the casino and then they lose it all, right? Like, the casino is always built for the casino to win, right? Sorry, I'm getting dry throat. So once we started realizing that, like, we were losing more often than winning in the casino, like on the slot machine, I was like, I really want to try roulette. I watched my aunt and my cousin do it. They were killing it. And I wanted to see, like, I just wanted to understand the game. So there was one day where we went into the casino and, like, there were 2 roulette tables, and one of the roulette tables was, like, completely empty. So I walked over, and I was like, I had $40 on me, and I was like, hey, can you just, like, give me the basics? Like, how do I play? How do you make money? What are the points system? Like, how does it work? And so the woman explained it to me. And if you guys are, like, into learning new, like, games and stuff, and you don't know how to play roulette, I highly recommend it because it's, like, really easy to understand, but it's also so addicting and fun. Obviously, gamble responsibly. Don't play with money that you can't afford to play with. But anyway, so she tells me how the game works, and I was like, okay, well, I'll play with $40, like, whatever. So I give her $40, and the minimum bet on this table that I was playing at was $10. So on the outside of the numbers that like where it's like odd, even, black, red, those kind of bets, you had to place a $10 bet. But every chip was only worth $2. So if you were going to bet on a number in the middle of the table, you could just put a $2 chip, and you could do corners, you could do streets. It's like a whole thing. So I bet a couple times, and I ended up winning, and then I ended up losing, and then I ended up walking away with $30. So I gave her 40. I was down, then I was up, and then I landed at $30. And I was like, okay, this was my first time ever playing roulette in my whole life, so I'm just gonna take my $30. I only lost $10. That's not bad at all. So I'm just gonna walk away with my $30 and thank you for teaching me. And she was like, no problem. Hope to see you later.
Little did she know.
They did, in fact, see me later. So one of the nights where Eric started to feel kind of yucky, he didn't want to go to the casino because he felt like the smoke was getting to him. There is a smoking and non-smoking section of the casino. Like, they're separated. There's like a big bar in the middle. But the machines that we were playing slots on was in the smoking section. Granted, we were not around people that were like actively smoking next to us at all. It's just that like it's in the air. It smelled. It was in the air. He's very sensitive to smells. Obviously, it's not good for me being pregnant to be around someone who's like actively smoking in my face, which never happened. But still, it's like we tried to avoid that half of the casino when it got super busy and people were like chain smoking at the casino. So we went. There was a roulette table in the non-smoking section, so we went over there, and they actually had a better table. Like, they had a big panel screen that showed you like the last numbers that were hitting, the last like 12 to 15 numbers that had hit, and a bunch of percentage information, like what percentage of the last 100 games or 300 games were odd, the number was odd, or the number was even, or in the first 12, second 12, third 12, whatever. It was like, it gave you a bunch of statistics, and I was like, interesting. So Eric decided to go to bed, and I was like, I'm just gonna hang out for a little bit longer. I just wanna watch. I just want to watch and watch people play, because I had played $40 by myself. Nobody else was at the table with me when I played, but I was like, you know what? I just kind of want to sit here for a while and watch. Well, an hour and a half later,
she comes running into the room.
I come into the room. He's like asleep, and I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm obsessed. Like, I want to play tomorrow. And he's like, okay, babe, like whatever you say. So the next day we go into the casino, and I'm like, I want to play roulette. So I put $100 down. They give me all my chips, and I had figured out a strategy by watching, which is again why it's good to kind of watch and learn before you just like go crazy on stuff. There was this guy that like first there were these two Asian women that were betting like crazy. They covered the entire roulette board. I'm like, even if you hit a number, are you even making money at this point? Like, they're dropping so many chips on the table. Granted, the chips are only worth $2 a pop, but like they were putting stacks of like 2, 4, 6, 8 chips on numbers throughout the table, and then they would lose all their money, and then some man would walk up behind them with a $100 bill, probably their husband's, and they would just go at it again. And they were just like Grand Bunny was on this machine every night, the slot machines. These two Asian women were running this table and like losing all of their money. It was hilarious, but also like that is the type of people watching that I'm upset. Like, I could have sat there and watched the two of them spend every last cent that they had all night long, because like it's roulette, so it's you throw a ball in a spinning wheel and it lands on a number, and it's like it's random. So like they would bet all over the board, but like the one number that they didn't bet on, that would hit, and they were like, ah, and they'd get all upset. So it was just really funny. It was very entertaining to watch. But then this guy, this just like old man, comes up and sits down in the middle of the table, and he has a stack of chips that's like they're like $5 chips. So like normally they'll give you the $2 chips, but if you go to a poker table or a blackjack table, they have chips that actually say like they're worth $5, $10, $25, $100, whatever. So he has these chips that are worth like $5 a pop, and he's only betting on first. So there's the outside ring of the roulette table. There's a way where you can bet first 12, numbers 1 through 12, 12 through 24, which is second 12, and then like 25 through I think 36 or whatever, the last 12. So it's like first, second, or third 12, whatever. He was betting $5 on first 12, $5 on second 12. And then he would throw a $5 chip in the middle on a number or a corner or whatever. And he was consistently like winning, not on the number, but on the outer part of the table, because it's a 2-to-1 bet. So if you bet $5 and you hit, you get 2-to-1. So you technically get $15 because you bet 5, but you made 10. So 5 plus 10 is 15. And even though you lost the other $5 bet, you're up because of the 2-to-1 thing. Sorry, I'm like dying. It's a little confusing, but it makes more sense when you like watch it happen. So I was like, oh, okay. So then the next day when Eric and I went to play, I gave them my $100. I got my chips, and I would bet. The board would tell me what percentages had which of those 3 had been hit the most in the last like 100 games. So it would say like 65% of the wins have been on first 12, 50% or like 45% of the wins have been on the third 12, and like 27% of the wins have been on the second 12. Again, I just made those numbers up, but like it would tell you the breakdown of percentages of win rate. So I would just bet on I would bet $10 because again the outside ring was the $10 minimum. I would bet $10 on the 2 highest percentage hit rates from the last 100, 300 games.
Yeah, it was like the last 300 games.
And I was winning. Like I was, and again, you're only winning $10 every time. You're basically doubling your money. So like if I bet on first 12 and third 12, and I hit one of those, I would double my money. So $10 becomes $20 because you lost 10, but you gained 20, so it's $20 because you had the original 10. So I was just doing that over and over and over. Now the downside is if the odds are not in your favor and the 25% situation happens and you bet on first 12 and third 12 and the second 12 hits, you lose $20 because you bet 10 on each. But it goes up and down. Like you're winning more often than you're losing if you stay consistent in your strategy. And so I was up like $100 at one point. And then, I was just kind of playing around. I was just trying to see what the best way to do it was. When I first started playing the roulette game, I was doing what he was doing where I was putting a number in the middle. So if I bet first 12 and last and third 12, I wasn't covering anything in the second 12. And so I was like, well, to hedge my bets, maybe I should bet on a number in the middle section so that way if it doesn't hit my 2 first and third 12s, if it is in the middle, maybe I'll have a better chance of getting a roulette, like hitting a roulette when maybe they randomly pick my number. So like I was really only gaining $8 when I won instead of 10 because I was putting a $2 chip in the middle. But now I've since we've gotten home, I've watched many videos and I've learned things.
Yes, and she's dying to go to the casino.
I want to go to ours at the one in Tampa so bad because I want to test all my new knowledge and theories. But yeah, like I was consistently winning, and like that first night where I actually like put $100 on the table, I walked away up $8. Like I didn't walk away losing money. I pretty much was even. But I sat at that. How long were we at that table? Like an hour and a half, 2 hours. Yeah. Like, we spent a lot of time there, which is what I like. Like, when I go to a casino, I don't want to, like, go in, blow all my money, and then leave in 30 minutes. Like, I want to sit, I want to enjoy, I want to people watch, I want to play. I don't just want to sit there either. Like, I want to play. And so, like, to be able to sit at that table for 2 hours and walk away up $8, I was like, oh, I'm so hooked. Like, it's a very safe way to gamble. And it's not guaranteed. You could lose it all, and there could just be a run of bad spins where you just like lose it all.
That's what happened to me.
Eric was trying to get fresh, and he tried roulette with me, and he did lose his $100, but that's okay. But it was just so fun. It was so much fun, and so I played roulette the last like couple nights pretty often, and just kept watching how other people were betting and trying to figure out strategies and stuff. And again, we didn't have like our phones really, like we didn't have internet, so I wasn't able to like look up stuff, or like if I would have, I totally would have like been like looking up strategies that first night and been like, how can I do better.
Maximize my...
Well, and also, like, have someone re-explain to me the rules, because when the girl in the casino explained the rules, she talked really fast, and she was, like, explaining the ratios. Like, it's like, if you hit a number, you get, like, 36 times your bet, or 35 times your bet. If you bet on the outside, you get double your bet. Like, every section of the table has, like, a different ratio to what your win rate is. And the better you understand that, the better you are going to be at betting, because you could accidentally outbet your win. So if you put so much stuff out on the table, even if you hit something, you're losing money because you spent too much to make that win happen. So, higher risk, higher reward, that whole thing. So anyways, now that I've talked about roulette for like 30 minutes, is there anything else about the cruise or about... can you tell the last roulette thing? Tell them about the guy.
So this was the last night?
Yeah, because Mom and Dave had gone to bed. They were in the casino with us to hear if they had won the raffle, because they did a raffle.
They do like a snowball raffle.
Every night, if you had like 100 points with the casino, you were entered for free into a raffle, and so we never won. Grand Bunny won, though.
That's how we found out her name.
Yes, it was hilarious. I was like, of course she won. The girl that's been winning all cruise.
She had like 3,000 points. It was crazy.
Yeah, it was 3,000 points from the beginning of that cruise. Yeah. Not like overall with Royal Caribbean, like per cruise. Anyway, go on.
So...
Mom and Dave leave.
Yeah, they left. Ashley was just there playing roulette. I had already used all my money that I had probably for gambling, so I was like, I'll just sit there and be with her or whatever. So it's the two Asian ladies. They're at the same table as us, betting, of course. Mm-hmm. And Ashley is sitting next to one of them. The other one is like talking
to like the manager.
Well, no, she's talking to one of like the dealers, because they were from the same country or whatever. So they were talking to him, and this old guy had to have been like 12:30 at night. And like the casino's dying down. It's the last day of the cruise.
The tables are still hot though.
A lot of the tables are still hot, but that was pretty much it. The bartenders are like picking up all the glasses. They're kind of like
the end of the night.
It's very clearly getting to the end of the night, and like it's the last day of the cruise, so they're kind of like moving things along. This old guy walks up. He had like an Australian accent. So I can only assume he's Australian.
He did look like he was from the outback.
Yeah. He walks up wearing sunglasses, and our dealer...
They were like aviators.
Yeah, they were aviators. The dealer is from the Czech Republic, so he has a very thick accent, and he asked the guy, are those prescription? And the guy can't understand him. And they kept going like back and forth. They finally took Ashley and the Asian lady, being like, he wants to know if they're prescription to the old guy, for him to be like, oh yeah, they are.
And then the dealer was like, "Oh, then you can wear them.
You can leave them on, whatever.
You're not allowed to wear sunglasses like sitting
inside,
at the table.
Yeah, just while you're like at the tables." So then he goes ahead and gives the dealer his C-Pass card and $500 in $100 bills. And I was like, "I want $500 in chips."
They're black chips, so like. Again, when you're going in to play roulette, they give you $2 chips of a color, and the way the dealer knows who's playing and how to pay out each individual player, because you're putting chips on top of everyone's stuff, every player is a different color. But you can take chips from the poker tables or the blackjack tables and also bring them to roulette, as long as you're the only one doing that at that particular table, because again, like those chips all look the same.
Right.
So he wanted... literally 5 chips, each chip worth $100. They're black chips.
Yeah, they're black chips. So I think they were the biggest ones that they had.
The biggest value, for sure.
Sorry. Michelle's calling me.
Oh, while you text her back, don't answer. I'll just tell her you'll call her back later. But so the guy, like, him and the dealer are not communicating well. Like, the guy's like, I want 5 $100 chips, and the guy's like, okay, and he starts to grab a color, and the old man is like, no, I want 500. And then the Czech guy was like, it's the same thing, and he's like, I literally want 5 chips. So then the manager comes over, and like he's trying to understand, and then he's like, I just want the 5, and now me and the Asian lady are trying to again help the dealer understand what he's asking for.
Right.
And so like it was just this whole thing, and then finally the dealer gives him 4 black chips
and then like a stack
of like 5.
A stack of $5 chips.
$5 chips. to equal the 5th 100.
Yeah.
And the guy was like,
okay.
Oh, okay, sure.
So
just pushes the entire stack of 5s on black.
Well, no, he puts the entire stack of 5s on black.
So it's $100 on black.
And then one of the black chips.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, because it was $200.
Yeah, because it was $200.
And then slaps down the other $300 chips on numbers. It was like the lower 12.
Doesn't get those, but hits on black. Or no, it was red. It was red. He hit on red. It was red.
Was it?
It was red. He hits on red. So he gets that. Goes ahead and gets his chips. Does the same $200. And at that point, the check guy is like, the dealer's like, oh, okay, I understand what you're asking for.
He's like,
switches the stack of the $5 chips for a $100 chip to make it easier. And then he goes ahead and is like,
because remember, you double your thing. So he put $200 on black. So he instantly turned $200 into $400.
Yeah.
And then he did it again. He put $400 on black.
Yes.
Hit it again. Turned it into $800. Then he hit on black and a number.
Well, so we thought that he had left the
I didn't think that.
4. I thought he had left the 4.
No, he did that on purpose.
From his previous bet that he had won.
Because the Asian lady asked him, like, "Are you going to move that?" And he was like, "No."
So he says no. He goes ahead and leaves it. Hits on that. Then hits on a number.
So that's 35 to 1. So it's
$3,500. He won $3,500 on the number.
Plus the $800 on black.
Yeah.
And me and the girl are looking at each other because this guy was like, had no spatial awareness. He me and the Asian girl were sitting like shoulder to shoulder next to each other at this roulette table. He slides his body in between us, so I back away because I'm like, please, sir, please don't touch me. So I scoot my chair closer to Eric because Eric is sitting to my right, just watching. And the older guy with the glasses, he's grabbing the back of me and the Asian lady's chair. Like, he's standing between us. He's not sitting. There was no chair there. It was just me and her. He's grabbing the back of our chair and betting, like, between us, like, reaching between us and betting. And her and I are just, like, kind of, like, side-eyeing each other, like, what is this guy? And then he kept hitting. And he hit on, I guess, was it red the whole time?
Yeah, it was red the whole time.
It was red, like, 5 times in a row, and then it was black. So... But when he lost on red the last time, he had hit a number.
He won the $3,500.
He won the $3,500, so he cashes out immediately. And as he's leaving the table, he goes, "Here you go, girls. Thanks for the good luck," and drops a $100 chip in front of both of us.
Yeah, in front of each of them. Gave each of them a $100 chip.
A black chip.
Yeah.
And I was like, me and her we were like, "Thank you." The dealer was pissed.
Yeah, the dealer was like, he didn't even
give
me a tip.
Not mad.
The dealer was like, he got the win because I dealt him and I didn't get a tip out of it, and he was pissed about it.
And he was telling, because like, there's the dealer, all of the tables have a dealer, right? And the dealer will rotate out like every 20, 30 minutes or so.
Yeah. Because
it's like, just to keep it fresh and they get breaks and whatever. And it's just like, you don't want anyone to feel like, you're cheating or the hands, whatever. So... the dealer, so there's the dealers on every table, and then behind the dealer there is a casino manager that's like in a black suit.
Yeah, like the pit boss.
The pit boss, yeah. He's walking behind all the dealers, kind of looking over their shoulder.
Who also rotates, by the way.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah, everybody rotates.
No, but like, he also rotates as a dealer. I learned.
Yeah. Like, you could be a dealer and then come in as a different shift as a pit boss.
Yeah.
Yes. But like, the point is like, they are not chained to a table, so like they can help with like math, like if you need help with like figuring out how much somebody won, or helping with like, for example, twice while I was sitting at the roulette table, the ball flew off of the wheel, so the pit boss had to go chase the ball somewhere.
Yes.
That was kind of funny. But anyway, so he was like, the dealer was complaining to the like manager that
the pit boss, yeah.
The pit boss that like he didn't get a tip or whatever from the guy, and he was like there's nothing you can do, because like, again, he of his own free will handed me and this girl $100 each for the good luck, whatever. I was like, I tried to give the guy a high five. He did not high five me back.
He was also trying, I think, to run to go cash out before
the he's like, I need to run before I spend all of this money. Yeah, he literally walked away with probably over $3,500.
100%. 100%.
So that was crazy. So now I kept the black chip. I didn't like spend it on the roulette table. I walked away with my chip and I was like, okay, well, what should I do, Eric? Should I just cash out? Because at that point, I had $300 that I had won throughout the whole cruise. Well, really $200 plus this $100 black chip that was just bestowed upon me. So I had $300. I was like, should I just cash out? Like, what should I do? Like, he's like, just gamble it, whatever. Like, maybe you'll hit it big. I'm like, you're crazy. He's like, whatever. And again, we brought the money to lose. It wasn't like that serious. So I was like, you know what, fine.
There's a little bit of free money.
Well, and earlier that night, my mom and I were gambling on one of these slot machines, and the guy like 3 machines down from us, he had started in his machine with $200, but he was betting like 6x on the machine. So he was betting like $5.50 per hit, which is a lot of money. And he, like, his machine was lighting up like a Christmas tree. He walked out of there with how much money?
Like, I think almost $2,000.
Almost $2,000, and he put $200 in the machine. So I was like, okay, if we're gonna blow it, I want to try to blow it like that guy. So I'm gonna bet higher, because what do I have to lose? This is money that I won. It's not money that I came with. Like, it is what it is. So
it's money that she got for just sitting there.
Pretty much. So I was like, whatever, maybe it's lucky money, because he like randomly handed it to me. So I walked over to that guy's machine and I was betting the exact same way he did, and I was getting nothing. And I was like, Eric, this proves that the end of the cruise is like a joke.
Yeah, that's where they get everything back.
So I was like, we need to, next time we go on a cruise, we need to do slots the first like 3 days and then tables the rest of the time, because he likes to play blackjack. He tried to play blackjack.
Yeah, I played a little bit, and I ended up getting a lot of really bad hands. So
in what world do you do better on slots than Jack Black? Or Jack Black.
Wow.
Blackjack.
Yeah, I don't know.
That was really funny. So that was like the highlight of like the ship part of the cruise. Not like the cruise itself. Like, obviously Alaska was the highlight. But the boat highlight was 100% the casino. We had so much fun every night. Eric won big on the slots. I learned how to play roulette, and I'm now fully obsessed. And I got $100 for being a good luck charm to an old Australian man.
Yeah.
And it was so funny. The next day, we had to meet up in the theater with our group that was going to, like, everybody who's like deboarding to get the airport transfer. Disembarking. Everybody who was disembarking through the airport transfer bus had to meet in the theater, and obviously we met my parents there in the morning, and my mom was like, how long did you stay in the casino after we left? Did you have fun? Did you win? I was like, well, let me tell you a funny story about this old guy who gave me $100. And she was like, I was like, Mom, I'm not, because I was trying to get my mom to play roulette with me all night long, and she was like scared, because you know it's scary to do a new game that you're not like familiar with, because like you could literally lose all your money just because you don't understand it. And I was like, Mom, watch me play, and then if you end up winning enough money on the slots where you're up, throw $100 in with me and just play with me and follow my bets. You don't even have to think. Follow me around the table. I don't even care. And she's like, okay. So she played some slots, and she actually was up. She had saved all of her little receipts from the whole trip, and she put them all in a machine at once to like make them like the big whatever. And she actually won some money. And so I was like, please play roulette with me, blah, blah, blah. So she did. And she made a little bit there too, right? I think. She was even? She
was actually under when she left.
Oh, but not by a lot.
She got up ahead and then lost, and then was just working her way back up.
Okay. But she said, like, she was pretty much following me around, and then when she started feeling more comfortable, she started doing some different things than I did.
Yeah.
But she was like, oh, this is fun. Like, I would play this again. Like, this was fun. But then she was like, all right, we're going to go to bed. So then, like, the next day when we saw her and Dave in the theater, I was like, literally, Mom, you stood up and left to go to bed. This guy shows up and then, like, bets $200 on black and wins. And like, we told her the whole story, and she was like, if I would have stayed, he would have given me $100. I was like, I don't know. He only gave me and the girl next to him $100, and the dealer was upset. And she was like, she's like, of course that would happen to you. I was like, I don't know. because like the whole family has a conspiracy theory that I'm the lucky one.
She is.
Which I don't. I think that I'm lucky because they're there. Because whenever I do stuff by myself, I am not nearly as lucky. But when everybody's there cheering me on, that's like when magical things happen. So I'm pretty sure that they're lucky and they just don't want to admit it.
I'm not lucky.
I think you're very lucky.
No, I used to think of you. So
okay, well, I think that you make me lucky. So, anyways, that was the cruise and all of its extravagant glory. Again, I am now going to cut for a moment to show you the wonderful picture and video montage of our trip, and I hope you enjoy it. So we'll see you in a sec.
Bye.
Hi guys! Welcome to Alaska! Okay. Alright, well, we are on the, what is this?
The Wilderness Express.
Wilderness Express. And so we're going to hopefully see some animals. And we're going to eat breakfast. And look, it's a glass top. Bye!
Some reindeer sausage, some bacon, all scrambled together with a side of roasted breakfast potatoes and a buttermilk biscuit. We also have mountain blueberry pancakes. So that is
Blueberries!
You're so excited about the blueberry.
Hello!
Hello.
Where are we?
Where Three Rivers meet in Keckchikan.
Taletina is one of the rivers, but there's no way we're going to remember the other two rivers' names.
One of them started with an I. That's about it.
But it's so cool. Look, you can actually see the water like crashing together. I don't even, I don't know which one's which, but we're kind of on this little like mud beach. And it's really cool. I don't know which way Denali is, but that's where we're heading to next. We just stopped here for like snacks or whatever. And a light lunch. And then we're gonna keep going on the way to Denali. We're sleeping in Denali tonight. So hopefully tomorrow or whatever, the clouds are a little bit different so we can actually see Denali. But this is really cool. So we're in Taletina, but we'll be back tomorrow.
Yes.
Say bye.
Bye.
All right, Mom, where are we?
Hatcher's Pass?
Pass.
Start over.
Nope, I'm not starting over. Nope. Broad pass.
Pass.
Show them around.
AKA Hatch
So, it's U-shaped.
Okay, teach us about what that means, the U-shaped valley. And go ahead, Animal Planet, get over there.
The glacier.
Teach us. Don't wait a minute. Don't cross the bus. Okay.
As I back up.
So, why is it a U-shaped valley? Dave, go help her, please.
Something about the glacier.
It's a video, Dave. You're supposed to be teaching.
So why is it a U-shaped
Yeah,
valley?
teach our subscribers what
Currently, this entire valley was one giant glacier. And then the rivers that formed in and come in and fed the glacier created the U-shaped valley within the actual space.
Some of us, I'm glad one of us was paying attention.
Were you paying attention?
The entire valley was made out of a glacier. Okay. The glacier had started to recede, which is why some of the mountains and some of the areas look smoother than the rest.
Okay.
And then the glaciers are receding because they're going through a natural life process. They're in their receding part of their life for the next 5,000 years.
I think I'm in my receding era as well.
The water's cold because it's from a glacier.
Okay, all right, everybody. We'll catch up with you in Denali. All right, so we're out here in Denali National Park looking at this cool cabin, and then I think I saw some moose.
Moose!
What all the mooses make the sound?
Oh, I don't know.
They make go wah. Hey guys, I'm in Denali National Park right now, and I'm just sitting waiting for my parents and Eric to come out with food. Look how beautiful. It is like peak fall here right now, and it is so gorgeous. And the whole time we were on the bus tour of the like natural history tour, it was just the views were insane. I'm sure I'll share videos and pictures. We saw 2 moose, we saw a bull and a cow, and I think I saw a bear yesterday. I think I saw a bear. It was across the lake, very far away. I think it was a black bear. But anyway, so we saw snow today, and we saw the peaks of some really cool mountains. Denali is hiding because it's like so gray. So we haven't seen Denali, but we're sleeping in Taletina tonight. So maybe we'll get to see Denali tomorrow, and we're gonna go to the front desk when we get to Taletina, and we're gonna have them give us a wake-up call if the Aurora Borealis comes out at night. So I will keep you posted. Bye. Look at the bear. He's a grizzly. Make him come over here, baby. I don't know. Speak his language. No. You gotta do the boo-boo. Hey, boo-boo. I got a picnic basket for you. He's like, liar. Poor baby. He looks so cold. We take him home? He looks interested. You want to come home, don't you? Come here, baby. You want to come home?
Bear will not survive Florida.
Maybe he could.
No, it'd be too hot for him.
He's so fuzzy. I just want to pet him. But I guess we could leave him alone. Okay, bye, baby boy. Love you. Hey guys, here, come here.
Oh, look like a blue.
Hey guys, casually here at Hubbard Glacier. This is the coolest thing I've ever seen.
Yeah.
Look how blue it is in the camera. Oh my gosh, this is so amazing. Our ship is, show them where it is. Can you point it out? Wait, are we?
Oh, it's on the other side of
Oh,
the ship.
just kidding. Just kidding. They said the water's like 50 degrees, so I think we're gonna take a swim. And,
You first.
no, you first.
No, I'm not going first.
Eric held a giant piece of the glacier, and he's gonna get a, what is it called, a glacierita?
The Glacierita, she also held it.
Yes, I did. We'll show pictures later.
Yeah.
Bye. Hi everybody, we are currently on the boat. It is day
3?
3. We don't know. We don't know.
They haven't kicked us off yet.
It's Sunday. I think it's Sunday. And we just spent the
It is Sunday.
Oh, it is Sunday. Good. We spent the whole day today in Juno, Alaska, which is the state capital. Which it is absolutely beautiful. Let me give you a little
Sneak
look-see,
peek.
a little sneaky peeky. We're just casually sitting on the back deck. I'm diamond painting, and oh look, I got this new swag for Alaska. We're just hanging out back here. It is the first sunny day that we've had in Alaska.
Yesterday was sunny.
Was it?
Yeah, when we went to see Hubbard Glacier.
It wasn't. No, it wasn't cloudy and raining. It wasn't sunny like this though. Today is like beautiful. So we're just kind of hanging out and vibing, and I am currently working on the national parks set. So this is the one I'm about to do. I think, this one's called Saguaro National Park. I've already done 3, and I did start on my big diamond painting, but it's a little windy out here, so I wanted to do something small. So yeah, Eric and I are just like, he has a coffee, I have a hot cocoa. Mom and Dave are gonna join us in like 20 minutes, and we're just gonna sit here and hang out until it gets too cold for my fingers to have feeling in them anymore. And then we're gonna go get ready for dinner. But yeah, I just wanted to give you a little check-in that diamond painting at sea is going very well. And I already had someone come up to me and say, oh my gosh, is that diamond art? And I said, yes. And they were very excited about it, and they said that they were doing a cruise in a couple
we
weeks.
found the lady in the first day.
What lady?
The one that was doing the big diamond painting in the...
Oh yeah, we saw diamond painting in the wild. We're on deck 7, but there was a woman on deck 10, and she had a whole setup at a table, and she was like diamond painting by herself, just listening to the music in the Centrum and everything. And I was like, my people! But I didn't have a chance to go catch her before she left, but I totally would have walked up to her and said hi. If I see her again, I'm gonna do it. But someone did come up to me while I was diamond painting at one of the bars that was not operating at the moment. It was like closed down, but I was using the table, and someone came up to me and was like, oh my god, that's so pretty, whatever. And I was like, let me tell you about diamond painting. So yeah, I'm just trying to create more of us every day. But yeah, so we're gonna hang out here and just enjoy the sunshine and the casual mountains behind us while we sip our hot cocoa and coffee. And I hope you guys are having a great day. We'll catch up later. Bye.
Bye.
Baby, where are we?
We're in Icy Strait Point.
Is it icy?
No, but it's rainy.
It's super rainy. There's the gondola that we came up on. We're at the top of this mountain. And it's pretty windy.
Yeah.
And a little wet.
And everything's closed because it's raining.
Yeah. So there's this cool like ball thing back here that they light every couple hours. And what time is it?
It's 9:20 something right now.
So the next time they're gonna light it is what?
11.
So do you want to ride the gondola for 2 hours?
There's really nothing else to do at Icy Strait Point.
We'll catch you on the gondola. Alright, we have made it to the gondola.
Here we are.
This is going to be sketchy. I mean, granted, we are in here right now, so it's weighing the gondola down, but we were watching a couple of these gondolas that were empty come back up the mountain, and they were rocking. Do you see this one?
Yeah.
It's rocking. This is our view. I know it doesn't look like much, but you can see the water. That's all water out there.
You can see the ship ahead of us.
Oh yeah, look, there's our ship. Whee! Whee! Okay. Well, yeah, we're just going down this extremely tall mountain. And sometimes when the wind picks up, our little gondola rocks and rolls. So we're probably just gonna ride this for an hour.
I guess. I don't. There's nothing else really to do in Icy Strait Point.
What else better do we have to do other than ride this thing up and down? It's like a little roller coaster. And yeah, we'll catch up with you later.
Yep.
What is happening?
I don't know. Oh, here we go. We're moving
Oh
again.
my gosh, that was so scary. We were stopped for a little bit, and which they tell you is normal. It like even says it on the little emergency thing, like cabins may stop during normal operations. But then like it stopped, and there was like alarm bells going off, and we were like halfway up this mountain.
I think we're riding back down, and then we're gonna get on the ship.
I think we're gonna be done for the day. I think we've had enough of Icy Strait Point. Maybe we'll see whales from our balcony.
I think we're gonna go check out the cannery, and then we'll go to the ship, and then we'll be done for the day.
Okay, that sounds like a good idea.
Yeah, the cannery's at the bottom by the ship, so.
We're safe there.
Yeah.
All right, bye guys. These little salmons are running away. There are sea lions. Honestly, they're really not putting up a fight though. This is so cool. We're currently in Ketchikan in Creek Street. And there's just straight up sea lions chasing the salmon run. Oh yeah, look right there. Look right there. Oh, did you really just leave that fish like that? Say hi, baby.
Hello.
So special.
Yes.
I felt like that was so special. Okay, so I know we've been keeping you guys on the hooks for like a long time now, so we'll wrap it up. But really, the only other life updates I have is that by the time you're watching this video, I am 21 weeks pregnant.
Yes.
I became half-baked on the ship.
Yes.
Which we thought was hilarious.
Because he was a sweet potato.
He was a sweet potato week 20. He was a mango week 19.
When we left.
He was a sweet potato week 20, and now he is a large banana.
Yes.
He's a large banana. I still don't feel like I feel him yet, which is a little concerning because it's like you only go to the doctor once a month, and so I get like anxious because like I'll go to the doctor and the doctor's like, everything looks great, he looks great, his heartbeat's great, everything's great, and I like ride that high for like a week and a half, and then about the halfway point before my next appointment I start to panic because I'm like, I don't feel him, I don't feel like I don't feel different, I don't feel pregnant, why don't I feel different? And like, because again, I'm getting more and more, like people would say to me, like, when I was like 10 weeks pregnant, 15 weeks pregnant, they're like, you're still early, it's okay, like, blah, 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 that comes later. Okay, now I'm like almost, well, right now I'm still 20 weeks pregnant, but again, on Tuesday, I'll be 21 weeks pregnant. I'm still feeling just like me. I will say, I can't really bend over anymore. Like, I can bend to the sides, but like, I can't double over myself to
Someone's getting the claw soon.
If he buys me this dang claw, I'm gonna kill him. He wants me to have one of those little grabby claws that old people use to get stuff off of shelves and stuff.
It works.
I'm gonna claw you. How about that?
Take me out.
Anyways, so I have my anatomy scan. No. I have my anatomy scan on Thursday, which is the day after you guys will see this video. So please send up good vibes, prayers, everything, anything that you have for me, for that appointment to go well. Since it's the big anatomy scan appointment, Eric is going to go with me.
Yes.
It's like a 2 to 3 hour appointment where they like measure my belly. They take like over 200 photos of him. It's a full anatomy scan. So they're going to give me all of the results, and then a doctor's going to talk to us about anything that they saw or that they're concerned about or not concerned about, if he's growing on the right rate that he's supposed to. And then I'm definitely going to bring up with him hey, I don't feel like I'm feeling him a lot. Is that normal? From what I've read online, after 22 weeks is when you really start to feel them moving around. And I'm technically still in my second trimester, so it's really not too concerning. But I just know that at some point they're going to ask me to start counting kicks.
Yeah.
And I currently feel nothing, so I'm just like scared for when they start to ask me to do that, and I'm like, what happens when I don't feel him at all?
They'll tell you.
Well, I know that, but it's just like the anxiety of it all. I just want everything to go well, you know what I mean? Like I want him to be healthy and good, and I want to make sure that like I'm taking care of myself. Oh my gosh, that was another thing. I was like joking with you guys before. I was like, man, I'm gonna come back from this cruise and they're gonna like shame me for weight gain because I was on a cruise for 2 weeks or like on vacation. Actually, it wasn't that bad. I only gained about 5 pounds from when I left on the cruise, but also I feel like I am bigger
Yes.
pregnancy wise than when I left. Like my belly is much more, I think, visible.
Yes, you are bigger.
I'm pregnancy bigger. I'm probably also thicker as well, but I feel like my pregnancy belly is actually, I'm starting to show more like obvious now than I felt like I was beforehand. So we'll see what the doctor says. But I will absolutely be telling them that I went on a 2-week vacation, and please don't judge me. So there's that. But I think throughout the pregnancy overall, I think I've only gained like 10 to 15 pounds so far, and I'm over halfway.
Yeah.
A little over. I'm halfway. Let's call it halfway. So as long as I'm pretty good throughout the holiday season, which I don't see myself being too bad, just because I've been with Eli, I've been really craving a lot of protein, and so Thanksgiving, I mean turkey and like I think that you could successfully make it through Thanksgiving not being a complete psycho. Christmas may be harder because I love to bake. But mostly I just like to bake and give it to people. I'm not necessarily eating the cookies myself. It's the batter that I do like to eat the dough.
You can't with him because of the egg. The raw egg.
I'm just going to get that edible cookie dough.
They designed it specifically for that.
Yeah.
So that is acceptable.
I'm going to get edible cookie dough, and so as I'm making the egg cookie, like the regular cookie, I'll just be like eating my little side cookie dough.
They designed it for that, so that is acceptable.
Oh god, that's gonna kill me because I love snacking on the cookies as I on the stuff as I eat it or as I make it. What am I doing? I'm still on the. What else? Yeah, so we'll let you know how the doctor's appointment goes. Hopefully everything goes well and Eli's still doing great. We'll give you the update in next week's equipment chat, or I will. We're also like, now that we're back from Alaska, I know we only have been home for like 2 days, but we're already starting to think about like, okay, now we really need to get his room ready before I'm like super duper pregnant. So like we need to paint his room. We need to sand the wall that the mural is going on. We need to just like sweep and mop in there. I need to get my de-stash situation figured out because again, I put a bunch of diamond paintings to the side for de-stash, but I haven't actually like de-stashed them yet. To be fair to me, the reason why I haven't done that mostly is because I'm still trying to collect boxes to ship them. Because like if I end up de-stashing it to somebody and I don't have anything to send it to them in, I'm at a loss. But I've been getting this is kind of like leaning into diamond painting territory updates, but while I was out for those 2 weeks, and I told my rep from Diamond Art Club that I was going to be gone for 2 weeks for the cruise. So like they knew that I wasn't going to be in town and able to do sneak peeks for anything that they sent me like within the last 2 weeks. But like when I got home, I had a friend of mine come bring our mail inside. I have like 3 or 4 Diamond Art Club boxes that I have not opened, and I know that majority of those are sneak peeks or things that I need to film. So please be ready for a lot of unboxing videos over the next couple weeks while I catch up on what were supposed to be sneak peeks but will now be first looks. And again, I told them, I was like, listen, I'm going to be gone. If you need to give it to somebody else, I understand. They're like, no, we'll send it to you. And actually some of them were... They already knew that it was going to be a first look because the shipping got all out of whack with like, you know how the shipping is sometimes with like the boats and things and whatever. So yeah, I owe you guys a couple unboxings from several kits that you've already seen. The ones that I can think of off the top of my head is there was a mystery kit that I got as a sneak peek that I have to show you guys. There was I think it's the Molly Harrison one, but don't quote me. I got Jerry from the Tom and Jerry set that came out. I have Jerry, so the little Jerry, I have to unbox Jerry. I also have the sneak peek for Cruella. Cruella I saw while I was gone. When I got internet again, I saw that they did a big Disney drop. So I had Cruella DeVille. So I have to do an unboxing for her. And I think those are the main ones. I'm pretty sure I have a sneak peek for this week that you guys are watching this video. Obviously, I can't tell you what it is yet, but I'm pretty sure that sneak peek is for this week. And so I got a notification that it was already shipped. So I actually might get that one to give it to you as a real sneak peek. So you might see that one first, and then the backlog of first looks that I have for you guys. But yeah, lots of filming to come back to. It's gonna be hard for me to get back into like the rhythm of things, just because like having 2 weeks of like no work, no YouTube, no cell phone access really, just to take pictures. Like now
That's pretty much it. Yeah,
we're being thrust back into our reality, and it's just like, I don't know.
we would get notifications.
Yeah, that was really weird. We were getting notifications on
Couldn't
our
check
phone.
anything though.
Yeah, it was like all my Facebook stuff was popping off and Instagram was popping off. I promise I will get back to all of your comments that you guys were leaving over the course of the last 2 weeks. We did not have internet access. Even when we were in the ports, it was not perfect.
It was intermittent.
It was intermittent. Like, it was saying SOS to us, like, often. At one point, I have T-Mobile as my phone provider. At one point, it just said AT&T. I was like, what? I was like, that doesn't make any sense.
AT&T towers.
I was like, I don't even pay for AT&T. Why is it saying that? So, anywho, do I have anything else? Oh, yeah, lots of first looks to come up. Got a lot of stuff in the mail. What else? Oh, I'm so glad that I got home on Friday and not Saturday night, because the releases from this past weekend were just holy. Where can you pull up Diamond Art Club Instagram on your thing? Oh my, because I don't want to get the names wrong of the things. I absolutely bought the Ivy Dolomore. That aquamarine fairy was beautiful. Aquamarine is also my birthstone, so I was like, I gotta have her. I hope that you guys hold that one as a contender for next year's Ivy event, because that one is just so gorgeous. This is the one that I'm talking about. It's called, Aquamarine Fairy by Ivy Dolomore. There she is. And then I also picked up the Margaret, obviously. This one is called Love Tessie by Margaret Morales.
Give it a second. There you go.
There you go. So beautiful. And then actually I picked up one of the Disney kits that had come out midweek that I wasn't home for. I'm so thankful it didn't sell out. Where are the Disney kits? Oh, here we go. I got Berlioz and Toulouse. I got this one. It's so stinking cute. I love the Aristocats. It's one of my favorite Disney movies. I was sad that Marie wasn't in the picture, but obviously Marie wasn't like doing the piano thing. Well, she kind of was. I guess she was.
She wasn't playing the.
She wasn't playing the piano, but she was like jumping on the chair and stuff.
Yeah.
But I thought that picture was so cute, and it's actually it's a round drill canvas, and it's not too big. So I feel like I will be happy with that one. So I picked up all 3 of those on this past release weekend. So I'm very excited to see what might be coming out in addition to my sneak peek this coming weekend, to see if I need to pick anything else up. Again, I'm trying to be very, very selective on what diamond paintings I pick up, especially... Woo!
Why are you dropping?
I thought I had finished getting everything out of here.
There's so many on the floor.
Are there really?
I see 4.
Okay, 4 is not a lot. 4 we can live without. Let me make sure there's nothing else in here. Oh yeah, there's only 2 more in here.
Well, look at all that in front of you.
I know. Listen, one thing at a time. Okay, so we're at.
There's at least 2.
At least 2. It's okay. Luckily, it fell on the finished part, so like there's only like the couple that are not. Just this one. Come back. Okay, so yeah, I did pick up those 3 diamond paintings while I was resting yesterday. It was funny. I set an alarm to wake up at 9 a.m., but I absolutely did not wake up at 9 a.m. because I was so tired, because we stayed up so... What time did we go to bed last night?
4:30.
4:30, because we were playing video games. He was playing Borderlands, and I was playing League of Legends.
Yes.
And it was a lot of fun, because we had, like, all day, all I did was diamond paint yesterday, and that's how I got those 2 huge sections of Angel of Justice finished. But then after completing basically 4 perforated sections, I was like kind of tired of diamond painting for a while, and I just was like, I want to do something else, but I don't know what I wanted to do. So I was like, you know what, I'm going to play video games. I haven't played video games in a minute, and I'm I'm rebit. The bug has rebit me. So
that's what we're probably gonna end up doing once we're done filming here. Getting dinner and then going to play video games while I continue to do laundry.
Yes,
because we have to put that laundry away.
Yeah, I figured that would be like what we do right before bed, and then we'll go to bed.
Yeah.
And we have to shower tonight and all that.
Yeah.
So, anyways, where? Oh, I missed a couple.
Yeah.
Was that the one you saw?
Yeah.
Oh. They're dark blue, of course, so I could barely see them.
That looks black.
No, they're navy. Don't drop them, please. Jonathan, please. Can I have that? I have to put 2. Do you see any more that I dropped? Oh, there's some here. You have to run your hand over it to really know, because it's they're so close together. Anyway, sorry, you guys don't really want to watch me pick up dropped drills for the next 20 minutes.
Maybe that's the ASMR.
Yeah. Listen to the subtle sound of my cries as I pick up 150 diamonds off of my table.
No, but that's the ASMR. You put it into the tray, okay? And then with tweezers, you pick up each one and put it into the thing.
That sounds like hell, actually. That sounds like pure hell.
Listen, some people like that kind of ASMR.
That's true. I do not get the tinglies from anything, unfortunately. I'm not an ASMR person. Anyway, was there anything? Oh, the mini dazzles from Diamond Art Club. A dream, a breeze, a joy to work on. And again, I worked on them literally on planes, trains, and automobiles.
And a boat.
And a boat. And outside. So they're going great. The quality is everything I thought it would be. Honestly, I feel silly even talking about it because it's of course they were amazing. It's Diamond Art Club. But doing the mini dazzles, having it be full special drills, that was really cool. So I'm enjoying that aspect of it. This canvas from Indigenous Collection is actually really great. They are acrylic drills, so if that bothers you, it is what it is. But at the price point for I think when I bought it during the holidays, it was $15. I think that they're currently going on the website for $18. If you like tribal artwork and indigenous type of artwork, I definitely recommend this shop. It's so cool. And again, the fact that I was literally in Alaska and I saw this artist's work there being sold.
Only in one shop though. Yeah.
In a big city. But how authentic can you get, people? I mean, I was like, this is the coolest thing ever. So anyways, yeah, I really am enjoying this. I think it's going to look stunning when it's finished. Again, my main focus is going to be finishing Angel of Justice, and then if I finish Angel of Justice before September's over, I'll go back to working on this one. But then starting October 1st, I'm going to start hammering out my Embrace of the Pumpkin canvas for drills and chills, and then we will continue to update on our progress of other projects as we go on through the fall season and into the winter season. Yeah, and that's pretty much all I had for you. Let's do a quick question of the day so we can let these people have their Wednesday. What number would you like me to pick?
49.
Why 49?
That's because 49th state. Right?
Yes, it is. It is. I thought it was the 50th state. That was Hawaii. Alaska was the 49th state.
Which one? We were in Anchorage. That brewing company was very good. 49th State Brewing.
Oh yeah, he had a flight and he liked a dark beer, which I don't know.
I don't like dark beer, but it was actually very.
I don't know who you are anymore. You're not my husband. My husband likes.
It was
beer.
on the menu. It was this beer has won all these awards that you see on the wall, and I'm like, oh, okay, cool. I'll try it, or whatever. It was called Smoke. Well, no E, and it had a little thing over the O. So.
This is a fun question.
Oh boy.
Have you ever broken the law and didn't get caught? If so, how?
If one were to have broken the law and not have been
Says
caught...
the lawyer.
And not have been caught...
Wait, is that the right side? It's this
side. One could do so many ways, such as going with the flow of traffic when the speed limit is clearly not what the flow of traffic is.
He speeds, y'all. He speeds often. He breaks the law often. But he's been better with me pregnant in the car. Okay. Have you ever broken the law and didn't get caught? If so, how? Well, I don't know if it was breaking a law, but I almost got arrested in a foreign country and avoided it. Because
cause property damage.
That's illegal,
Yeah.
right? Okay, so quick story. It's probably a longer story, but we'll make it quick because this video is long. But during my senior year in high school, I went to a private Southern Baptist Christian high school, okay? Just picture that. I had like 16 kids in my graduating class, okay? Very small, very intimate community, very that. So for our senior trip, every senior group got to go to Europe, but you had to fundraise for it the entire year. So my class, we did bake sales, we did like Valentine's Day flowers, we did everything. Like we just did a million different like things to prep for making money for this trip. So we go on this trip and we get to pick what trip we want to go on. Our group chooses to go to Eastern Europe because we felt like that's not somewhere that people naturally go a lot. Like you hear of people as they get older in life going to like Italy and France and Greece, whatever, but we were like, people don't normally travel to like, you know, like the Czech Republic or like
Right.
or like Budapest, like, and whatever. So we went to Germany, we went to Prague, we went to Poland.
Private school, y'all.
We busted our butts to no one
I got
paid
to go
for
to
that.
I got to go to Universal Studios, and then my senior grad night was at my school because they were cheap, and I lived in Boca at the time.
My school, I promise you, is cheaper, and we all paid for it ourselves.
Yeah, wow.
So
Private school.
we had to work for it.
Granted, there was only 18 of them, so
Right, 16, I think. I don't know. Anyway, so she's fine. The video's almost over. So anyway. So during the trip, it was like, I think a 10-day trip to Europe. My parents, my mom and David, they were chaperones on this trip, okay? They raised their own money or whatever. They got their own money to go on this trip with me, and they were like part of the chaperones for this trip because they always had to have like a couple adults there with us in addition to like our principal to like watch all of us like teenagers in Europe. So, and we were a pretty good group. Like, we were not troublemakers at all. Like, there are other groups that probably were worse, but we were pretty tame for the most part. And so, and a majority of us had been at this school forever. Like, we had been at that school for years and years. So, like, they knew us. Like, the headmaster and all of them, they knew us very well and personally. And so we get to Prague, and we get there at nighttime, but we have to change our money. So we go to a bank. And it's nighttime, and it's cold outside, and so we have to go inside. It's basically a bank where it's just an ATM machine, but the ATM machine is inside this glass, like, room, so that way people can just come off the street and go in and, like, get their money and then leave. There's not, like, a teller and all of that stuff. So there was a rotating door, like one of those roundabout doors on one side, but on the outside of the building it was blocked off, so you couldn't go through that door. They shut that door down at nighttime, but then they had like a normal regular push-pull door. So we all go through the push-pull door, and we're waiting in line to like get our money. I was one of the first people to change my money. Then my boyfriend at the time changed his money, and then another one of our friends changed his money. And so we had figured out that the door that goes in a circle still moves even though it's like closed off on the outside. So essentially picture like a circle where half of it is closed and the other half is open to the inside of the bank. So me, my ex-boyfriend, and my friend and our friend, we're walking in a circle, like pushing it. We're just being stupid. We're just walking in a circle, pushing it in a circle, and at one point, I am now on the inside, I'm on the outside of the circle where it's trapped by that outside piece that's covering the outside to the rest of the world. I'm in this like little triangle against the back, and for some reason, our friend decides to stick his foot in between the rotating door and like the wall so that I cannot keep pushing. His foot is blocking me from going in the circle, so I'm now trapped in this back triangle. And he's playing around. Like, I think he's kidding. I'm like, let me out, and he's like, no, and whatever. We're just like joking. Everybody is 5 feet away from us and ignoring us, but we're just like going in circles and being idiots.
That was where the first mistake was. They were ignoring them.
Pretty much. So my boyfriend starts to get upset with our friend because he's not letting me out. So he starts to tug on the door and pull at the door to like let me out, but the guy's foot's still there. So now they're like kind of wrestling, fighting with the door. Well, I guess one of them pushed when the other one had pulled, or something happened.
Some kind of tension.
Some sort of tension issue. And it was super cold outside, so that could have played a factor as well. the entire tempered glass door shatters. We're in a bank, people, okay? So
Alarms start going off.
the alarms start going off. I'm now still trapped. I am trapped now in this triangle because there's now glass all over the floor. And it's the glass, it's like tempered glass, so it didn't cut me or anything. But it's like, it's scattered all over the floor like rocks. And it's trapped me into the corner because the glass has like wedged me in. So now they broke the door. I was a participant, but I technically, like, whatever. But I'm now, like, the one that looks like they're the most involved because I'm trapped in the door.
Right.
Meanwhile, my parents are standing right over there. And so immediately David runs over to the door, starts kicking the glass out of the way of the door that was, like, it was stuck. He like pulls it as hard as he can to get this little skinny window open for me to walk through. I had to take my backpack off and all of my coats, like my jackets, and I like had to like shimmy through. I passed him all of my stuff because the way the door broke, it shattered, but not all of it fell to the ground. So I couldn't just like walk through the big hole. It was like sharp glass that was like protruding out, and like only a piece of it had like shattered onto the floor. So I take off all my layers, I shimmy through, and I kid you not, no less than like a minute, 60 seconds after I got my butt through that hole, the cops surrounded the building. Everyone showed up, and the boys, nobody mentioned my name. I did not get in trouble. I did not get arrested. I did not get taken to the police station. But my ex-boyfriend and our friend, they both got taken to Prague jail, which I can't imagine was fun. And no one spoke English. So that was the time that I broke the law but didn't get caught in a foreign country.
Yeah. If you have done this, do not comment
No.
for your own safety.
Yeah. If you've ever broken the law in a way that's not
I mean, you can't say not illegal because
agreed. If you have a story similar to anything we've shared, you feel like sharing or making a statement, hypothetical statements, feel free to share in the comments, but also be intelligent and don't get yourself in trouble.
And look up the statute of limitations in your respective states or countries.
This is just for fun. But I thought I'd share that fun story with you. And yeah, Eric goes over the speed limit sometimes. But anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Allegedly. Can be confirmed by his wife, though. Like, if they want to come get you
Allegedly.
for that, like, it's straight up. But don't do that. He's a daddy. He needs to stay here. Anyways, thank you for watching this video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I hope you enjoyed our cruise talk. I hope you enjoyed... Oh! Ethan, show them, please. I'm like my diamond painting. I've still not finished the square. And here he is with his full finished car. So what is this car again?
It's the Corvette ZR1.
I'm getting my head out of the way so it focuses.
I think I need to get there. It is.
There you go. Ooh.
Oh, it lost it again because of the shiny.
I think it's because your face is in it. It wants to focus. No, you have to. Yeah, it wants to focus on your face. There you go. That looks so cool. Do the doors like swing open?
No.
No.
They are held in place by the
Interesting.
back panels.
Would they be normal doors or would they be suicide doors?
I think they would be suicide doors.
That's so cool.
Yeah.
I also do love that you could turn it into a hot rod if you wanted to.
Yes. But the instructions do not include that. You have to find those instructions online.
Well, there you go. It's an old Lego, but it's beautiful. Yeah. As far as me, I almost finished this section. Had I not had that little spillage, I probably would have finished it, and I will finish it before I play games tonight because it's like only a couple drills left. But yeah, this canvas is just absolutely stunning, and I had a great time doing it. I'm definitely going to finish it this year. It's just a matter of what order it goes in once Angel of Justice is finished. But let us know in the comments if you've ever been to Alaska. What was your experience like? Did you have any towns that you went to that you say, we have to go see? I'm already wanting to go to Sitka and Fairbanks when we go back. We think the next time we go, we're going to do more inside Alaska
We're
stuff.
probably going to do more land tours.
Yeah, maybe like a big 14 day land tour. So we can see more of like the natural Alaska, and we'll probably go closer to the summer when you can actually see stuff and it's not raining every single day.
Yeah.
But yeah, let us know. I'm excited to be back. We had a great time, but I'm also very excited about what's coming up. We have lots of cool things happening in the next couple months, and then we've got baby Eli on the horizon.
Yes.
Which is exciting and horrifying. But anyways, I hope you have a good rest of your day. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and we will catch you in the next one.
Bye, y'all.
Bye.